And we're here. Hi, everybody. Thanks for bearing with me as I tried out the new countdown feature. How do I now not do that? Here we go. All right. Welcome to Mock Drafts on Tap. As always, I'm Evan. And as always, I'm here with my co host, a purple rectangle. Purple rectangle. How's it going today? Ponderous as ever, that purple rectangle. No, Waleed should be here. He's just pulling in from work, and we'll get him going. As you can see from your screen, we've got a full 12-team mock salary cap draft that's launching in just over 7 minutes. Welcome. I'm Evan Hoovler. You know that. Y'all are there. Y'all are on our Discord. I'm gonna link that Discord. There we go. I'm happy to come back to Yahoo after venturing into ESPN, which sucked and was garbage and sucked, and then Sleeper, which was actually really good because it has a pass button and I can change the timer to be like 10 seconds for bidding once it gets down to the boring guys. So we might, now that we're actually filling out drafts, we'll probably shift over to Sleeper because it knocks off like half an hour. It makes it so you can get one of these done in just over an hour, which is much better. Let's see who we have in here. We have me. I'm there. I know N is part of our Discord. I believe Zach is Zachy, part of our Discord. I know Fatty. Fatty's the best fantasy player I've ever known. Maybe Jeff Crisco, but maybe Fatty. Uh, Josh is in there. Hey, Josh, what's up? Gator fan. I'm not sure if John or Joshua are with us. If John or Joshua are here, speak up, and we'll be sure to overanalyze your team because that's what Wally does best. Shane, what's up? I think We Are Plasma is part of the team because they're always in early. Zach is an awesome moderator on our Discord. We couldn't do it without him. Thank you very much, Zach. Glad you're here. Matt. I'm not sure if we know a Matt. I'm not sure if John, Joshua, or Matt are part of the team, but we'll find out. And then Waleed in the anchor spot. Very nice. Very nice to go. What are we talking about now? In the Discord, we were talking about what strategies we want. I've noticed some people are happy to get guys for a little bit less than the price and just be like, well, this is the eighth ranked wide receiver, might as well get him. I don't like to do that. I don't fault them for doing that, but I have my guys. I have like 20 to 30 boys on a list, and I want those guys. A Wayfarer on our Discord who is they're N here. Their piece of advice for an auction draft is start early with beer and then move into whiskey. My big money league, which just is in our 20th anniversary or 21st year, my big money league has a tequila shot penalty for any procedural errors, like nominating a player that's already been obtained. Believe it or not, that does not reduce the number of procedural errors, but it sure leads to a lot of changed shots. Like I remember one time a guy came and wasn't keeping track of the nominees and nominated three people in a row who had already sold. So yeah, they had to do three shots. And then on the break, I gave him some coffee and a list of crossed out players. So let's see here. $13 on Duke Johnson to fill that last slot. Yeah, that's one thing. And I'm going to pull this up here. That's one thing is I'm keeping track of all human auction data, all human salary cap data. And the one thing is, people, as a Wayfarer is pointing out our Discord, people with the last bid sometimes go nuts. I have $7 left. I need a kicker. $7 for Justin Tucker, which is totally fine. I need to go in and actually spot that though and remove it from our list here. If you want this list, it's in the Discord. It's pinned in the salary cap channel. And we'll be adding to it after today. Uh, A Wayfarer says, assume anyone you're in a draft with is giving you terrible advice that will ruin your night. Yeah, I'll give you great advice up until the draft, and then we're done. You're dead to me. Let's see if I can get a hold of Waleed here. Call. I think I have it so he should pop right up once he puts his
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Waleed, you are on mic right now.
Here.
You are live.
Is Josh in here?
Yeah.
I don't have my headphones in, so I can't hear your fucking answer. Hold on.
What? You can't hear me? Let's see here. Are you showing up on? Oh, there's that nice little box that will be a Waleed once Waleed turns his camera on. Fabulous. Okay, I got this kind of automated at this point.
All right.
It's not easy with the hundreds of switches I have to do here. But anyway, Waleed will be here post haste. You can hear him. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Let
I'm
me just make
here,
sure on my secondary device here that you can hear him. Oops.
and
No,
now
I don't
you'll
want
be able to
picture.
see me. Ugh.
There, I see your crotch.
I mean, I figured we need to appeal to that OnlyFans.
Always.
Demographic.
Everyone. That's for everyone out there. Everyone in the world that appeals to. How are you? Welcome home.
I am doing all right. What's going on? And I guess we're live, right?
Yes.
All right.
The
Well, let's go
countdown
find.
worked. The countdown timer thing worked.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was nice. Thank you. Oh my God. Again, Servants Return, Hank Hill in our Discord. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, man. No free feet, they say. Yes. I don't know what happened one day, but we all started posting our feet in the Discord. I don't remember. It wasn't sexual, but it was weird. Thank you, Hank. Always appreciate you. And I'm glad you're in this draft. Wait, Shane's not in the draft anymore. MK got in. Oh, did you bow out?
What happened to Shane?
I think he bowed out because MK wanted to go in. Oh, damn.
Oh,
Nice job, Hank. Wow, you're such a sweetheart. MK had been asking for all week, like, when are we going to do a draft? When are we going to do a draft? And they didn't get in. I forgot to at them when I did it. And
oh,
Shane just took it back, saying, "Well, thank you so much. I hope you stick around, man. You're an awesome person." And Waleed's met you, right?
I have. He's okay. I don't know why I go so far as awesome. He's tolerable. He definitely. I'll acknowledge that he is a person. But I'm using that definition broadly.
I'm sure he's not a serpent. He'll be here. Good, good, good. Well, I love him.
Yeah. All right.
I
Is
love him.
Josh in here?
Yeah, well, you have to find in here because I have like 7 different rooms
No,
open.
I mean like in the video audio, because the entire point of this was to have him actually, like we're going through his first mock draft.
It says,
Yeah.
well,
So
he's quiet
you
for
should
once.
you
Hold
should
on.
be calling. You should be calling and adding him to this phone call.
Oh, you're Josh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
I totally forgot that.
we got a first time. Tony, don't you give me your lip.
Okay, let me handle this right now. What do I have a Skype? I have a Skype, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, you could probably put him. You can add him to his phone call on Skype. I'm sure his
Add
email
participant.
address.
Chub off, right?
Yeah, I think it's like Chubbs or something like
All
that.
right, he's coming
He's on.
through.
Same thing.
Hey, Josh, you're on the air. How are you doing? He's coming through.
It's coming through.
It says
Josh,
unavailable.
Josh is unavailable. I'm telling him to open Skype now.
Yeah. I forgot we got a new player for this one. I totally forgot the format we were doing. I'm
Yeah.
glad you reminded me. And I'm glad I'm quick with this AV stuff because it's not easy.
Yeah. So when I asked earlier about you, like, had contacted him and all that stuff, completely.
I kept thinking you meant Josh from the Discord, Gator fan, and I was getting annoyed because I'm like, how many times do I have to say it?
Right. Hold on, I'm putting myself on mute for a second.
So that's right. Joshua is here, and he's the only one not in the auction right now. So let's get him around. Yeah, he did sign up. I mean, he's in there. He's just it's a robot right now. This is good radio right here. How do I make Waleed full screen? Well, that doesn't matter for now. I'll fix that in a second. Let's do that for now. Your mic is off or something. We can't hear you.
Sorry, I had it on mute.
There you go.
He's not picking up, and he's not here, even though he was talking 15 minutes ago. So now I'm going to get annoyed.
He's in the auction.
He's on auto draft, so he's about to get screwed. This is going to piss me off. The entire format of the show is to teach him that salary cap drafts are fine, and he's going to get fucked within 2 seconds. So it's going to completely defeat the purpose.
That is show business, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Well, the purpose of us filling an almost all human mock, all human when Josh finally shows up, has been fulfilled. So we will get some great data and we'll have some good chat.
The minute he does this thing, though, it's going to fuck up the entire draft. Like, it's good. I'm incredibly annoyed
Yeah.
right now.
I'm gonna do some softball nominating here, so they can't fuck it up too bad.
It's
Let's
only going to
do.
fuck it up worse. I don't think you understand how this works.
Let's do someone I know that won't go for too low. Let's do CeeDee Lamb, the crowd favorite.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to spend as much money on
But
someone.
I think someone's gonna bid over him is my goal.
Yeah, and then he's going to jump bid. Or maybe he won't.
I don't know. What is somebody saying in the chat? Well, he is quiet and has an echo. That's interesting because I don't have that on my audio here.
I'm
Let me
quiet
see.
and have an echo. I don't think I've ever been told I'm quiet. But this is
Okay,
really...
I can get the echo down. I don't know why he's quiet. He's coming in normally. The levels are normal,
All right.
but I can get rid of that echo. I know what's causing that. Let's see here. So first of all, let me get rid of this dang sound of the draft.
Well, I'm...
Second of all,
Right. I'm already just furious right now. This is...
who
Seriously,
won that?
like, he was on... He knew what we were doing.
Why is this thing not the picture of Wally? Yeah. Let's get this going on here. This is always fun. All right.
Yeah.
So that's Waleed. Waleed, say something, please.
This is annoying and it's pissing me off. Zach also really throwing out David Montgomery early. That's... You already know I'm mad. Now you're trying to piss me off more. Unacceptable.
Are we frozen?
This is... I don't know. Hey, I'm excited to see how many Discord people we have in here. I'm excited to see how many. It's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, we do have an echo. All right, let me.
Oh yeah, we do have an echo. All right. That is a really echoey echo, which is unfortunate considering how much I actually talk.
It's been a while since we had this problem. I bet you that the problem is I have my computer set up to 2 screens. So we'll see if that fixes it. I bet you that the problem is I have my computer set up to 2 screens. So we'll see if that fixes it. Nope, I'm still getting the echo, huh? Okay, so what causes that? This has happened many times before. I'll find it eventually. Gosh, it's been the first time all year we had the echo problem. That's funny.
Okay. Well, at least he's back on there, but he's already auto-drafted 2 people. So I don't really know what to say. That's a nice echo.
Yeah, that's. Let's see here. Let me make it so you don't hear my audio testing.
Yeah.
Any good bids so far?
You want to try if you want to try calling him, he's not responding.
I need to fix this AV issue first.
Okay.
My phone does not have an AV port. Okay. Let's see here. If you could just vamp so I can get some audio data, please.
The only thing I want to do is get mad, so I'm not sure I'm the vamper that you need. This is really infuriating me. All right, well, Derrick Henry for 55 is a decent price. Actually, for all that Josh was kind of screwed on auto draft, Zeke and David Montgomery for $55 at running back is not the worst spot he could be in.
Here's part of the reason.
Okay, well, that's good. I can't. It looks like he's trying to talk to me, but he's not actually talking to me, so I don't know. Like, I would say, try calling Josh on Skype at some point. Maybe he's... I don't know. I'm not getting any messages from him. Oh, good God. Oh, that's all right. Not everything has to go perfectly all the time. Yeah.
So I've determined which switch I need to
mean-
fix, and now I just need to fix it.
The nice thing about like the vamping is that, well, you get twice the echo from me, like, which is nice. My voice actually echoes in real life too, so that might not be a technical issue. That might just be how I sound. What do we? Yeah, you guys can have Saquon for 40.
My mic's
Like, I like him, but man, I don't know.
No.
I heard you for a second, then I lost you, Evan. So I don't know if you're actually working. I feel like Josh is writing, like, I've seen this ... from Josh on Messenger for a while here. So I feel like I'm going to get a huge paragraph. Or he started talking to me and then didn't actually say anything. One of the two. That's nice. And I didn't even do my theme. One of the things we were going to do, but because everything's kind of getting messed up, we probably won't this time, is I'll have a strategy in mind. And I will let Evan know what it is so we can talk about different approaches to salary cap. Because I don't want you guys constantly fucking with me, trying to steal the players I want. I don't know if that's going to be happening today, though. Actually, I might do something different today.
So now.
I don't know. Yeah. I would say try giving Josh a call, but also, like, I don't know. I would say try giving Josh a call.
All right, we're good. Now I'm going to work on the Josh thing.
Okay. I don't even know if he's, like, paying attention.
I'm calling him.
Okay. So, yeah, I think Discord people know how I feel about Najee Harris.
I'm available. Port 51, thank you. Port 51, thank you for helping in the chat. Appreciate that. That was funny. That was like a blast from the past. We haven't had an echo. We haven't had a problem all year. And then the return of the echo. I fixed it fast, though. I know what I'm doing.
All right.
Compared to last year. All right, what's happened so far?
Well, I'm debating whether to let him have Najee for 64. I am. That's still a little bit too much for any running back to me.
That's a Wayfair.
Even though Najee's probably my favorite player in fantasy football this year. I just like him.
So I just want to also celebrate that we have 12 humans. And we can consistently get 12 humans in a standard mock. That's good data.
Unless it's Superflex.
Yeah.
Where were all of you guys yesterday?
I thought people would want Superflex data. I was wrong.
Yeah. Which is weird because I feel like everyone is. Did you try calling Josh? Did he say anything?
It said unavailable.
Unavailable? All right. Well, let's try this again. I muted myself for a second.
Yeah, you did. All right, Jonathan Taylor. So a Wayfarer has been making some moves here. $134 for Jonathan Taylor and Najee. Get your guys. You go. Get your guys. So Waleed's on mute while we try to. So the whole premise of this episode was we have a guy who's never done salary cap. And we wanted to, and he's a comedian who works closely with Waleed and hosts one of our shows, I think the DFS show. And he's good radio. And we wanted to have him on to see him feel it out, so to speak. But, you know, in show business, things don't always work perfectly. At least he's in the bidding here. Bidding 42 on Travis Kelce. And they have David Montgomery and Ezekiel Elliott went for 28. I like that. Oh wait, 26. Oh, your boy Josh made an early move. Your boy Joshua. I'm gonna call him Joshua because Josh Gator fans hanging out in the chat too.
Yeah. So Josh is trying to get his Skype to work, so he can't get it open for some reason. So that's the problem we're having. He's going to try to get in here. We're working towards it. Hopefully that'll work out. Where's my draft? Not. All right. So I want to point out N here has Najee Harris and Jonathan Taylor for 134 of his dollars. Now has a max bid of 54, but arguably has the two best and safest running back plays you can have. So that's an interesting build. I can't wait to see where he goes from here. Josh is trying to work here. Oh, looks like Josh got a third player. Who did he get? Oh, he went 50 for Kelsey.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling he did that because he feels good about where running backs went.
I was about to say he came out strong out the gate for a new player with Ezekiel Elliott for $26. That's a
Yeah.
buy right there.
I think that was auto draft though.
Well, auto draft. Well,
Yeah,
we
he came in.
bought it up for once.
Yeah, he got botted with Montgomery and Zeke, but he looked at him. He's like, I don't hate it. Like when I was talking to him on the phone. So he's trying to get on to the Skype, and then hopefully he'll let us know when he's got that Skype thing resolved.
Okay.
I mean, and if not, we could just try doing this again next week.
We can't because now he's not new.
He still kind of is.
I'm kidding. We can do whatever. He's also good. He's also good on camera and radio, so he's always welcome as a spot.
Yeah, this is all right. I've been kind of like trying to worry about technical things, so I haven't really been paying attention to what you guys have been doing.
Oh, I just now like opened it up.
Yeah. Look at Fatty's got Saquon for 43. I see. Yeah, Josh went and made himself get Kelsey. Let's see.
Ollie, you got a bit of a buzz.
I got a bit of a buzz. What do you mean?
There's some static that goes on when you talk.
Interesting.
It just went on. It just came. Now it's off.
Interesting. So when I talk, is it that just not? You sure it's just not the rumble of my voice?
It's not. It's not a dulcet, relaxing tone. It's a.
No?
It's a.
Okay.
Josh
and it looks like we just lost Josh again.
Fun.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting.
I bet he's doing a restart.
I assume that's what he's doing, but like the question is whether it's going to end up killing him here at the end. Like, yeah. We just lost Zach.
What the heck?
Well, yeah, people want Justin Jefferson. They should. He's like the best running back.
He's such a good running back. He's wide receiver even.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant.
He's branching out.
And it's nominated player.
Is it static me?
It was you the whole time.
I don't know. Let me see here. This is fraught with issues. You know what I'm gonna do? I think it's all Skype. I'm gonna hang up and dial you back in.
Okay.
That's gonna fix a bunch of stuff. Now Wally's not gonna answer just to freak me out.
You know, I answered, but it was not popping up properly.
I strongly suspect that
Josh is back. Try giving him a call now. Maybe that'll work. I don't know.
I strongly suspect what was causing the audio errors was calling him. We'll see though.
Josh is the audio error. Is that what you're saying?
Well, maybe him not being there. It's because it's totally gone now.
Is it?
Yeah, we'll give it a try.
All right. I don't know. I'm saying a ... but I don't know if he's actually saying something to me or not.
He's back on the draft, which makes me think that I should give him a call.
And you got Delvin Cook, it looks like?
Did I?
Delvin Cook. Someone got
MK
Delvin
did.
Cook.
MK trades from the Discord.
MK. Oh, wow. I've got, that's the first time I've gotten one of those in a while.
One of what?
A notification that I've used half my data.
Huh. Do these drafts take up your phone data?
Well, it does when I forget to turn on my Wi-Fi.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just burned through like so much data in the last like 2 days because I forgot. My audiobooks don't work. Like they always pause if I have any internet access, so I just turn off my data at work so I don't hear things. But the problem with that is, of course, I lose I'll sometimes do like the call that we had, the Zoom meeting, or the Discord meeting. I was on my data the entire time, so I used like a gig.
I have little kids, so I just put it on unlimited because I don't know when my kids are going to accidentally grab my phone and watch YouTube for 7 hours. Maybe I should watch them more closely.
My tried going unlimited, but they won't get international phone calls if they go to an unlimited plan.
Really?
Just makes no sense. Yeah, that's what they were saying, and I'm like, that just seems like a dumb plan.
That's
but
so
then again, I
frustrating,
remember my
'cause
dad.
doesn't your daughter teach in Japan?
Yeah, but she's not on our plan when she moves to
Okay.
Japan. Just
Who?
for international phone calls. Like my parents want to call like relatives. They don't call my daughter.
Oh, I see. Yeah, your parents want to call what, Egypt?
Yep, they want to
Okay.
call Egypt. But yeah, no, that's just a weird thing, and I don't know. Like, I'm wondering where Josh is at right now
Oh well.
because
Well, you and I never bid on anybody anyway in the first 20 guys, so like it's
that's
real
not
convenient for
necessarily
our
true.
AB.
I would take. I'll get my guys if they're there. But Najee went for like 64, and I'm like, I'll save that money for later. I'll let you guys spend money. I'm more than happy in like this year's salary cap drafts, just going like mid-round values all around because I love the third, fourth, fifth round to snake drafts. There's like so many players that I'm very high on.
And Josh from the Discord, not Joshua, but Josh from the
Yeah.
Discord is in the chat. What's up, Josh? Glad you made it. Glad you're in this. We have all humans. This data counts, people. You can tell this data counts because people don't like Cam Akers. That's how you can tell it's truly not a bot draft. If no one's been $30 on Cam Akers.
Well, I mean, that's because Cam Akers. That's just a bad decision. Okay. Yeah.
Come on. Nobody bid. Don't bid. This guy is no good. He's on Cleveland. That team's a mess. They don't care.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to troubleshoot this for next week.
Sure.
This is annoying the shit out of me.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, I just like the idea of the show. First time salary cap. And of course, this is a show that's like the first real, like, nothing's working right at once.
Well, I also got to take some responsibility because as producer, I should have written down what the show is and then looked at it half an hour before and I was setting this all up and reached out to him. Like, sorry.
To be fair, we were supposed to do this last weekend too, and then I kind of forgot until the last minute and didn't have time to get Josh. So I think I very much dropped the ball.
Port 51 says ESPN Akers. Oh, ESPN. Dun dun
What?
dun. Is at $34. $20 wouldn't be bad for an RB3. No, I think that's perfect. I think 15 to 25 wouldn't be bad for an RB3. Does that mean that Akers is $10 higher on ESPN than Chubb? Because, wow. Thanks, ESPN.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of analysis I expect from that fucking fantasy
I need to call it that. I need to put a command in. I need to put a command in for that clip of you and I just screaming at ESPN last week. Hold on, I'm going to pull up another window and I'm going to get it in the chat. Ooh, Stephon Diggs looking like a good price here. You moving on this, Wally?
Am I moving on Stephon Diggs?
Yeah.
No. 42. I'll get myself like Marquise Brown and Darnell Mooney for that price.
That's ooh. Shots fired at me. You just named two of my top 3 guys.
You say that like they weren't my guys beforehand.
I own all the guys. Well, I can't say that. I planted my flag on all the guys. Well, that came out dirty. Okay, fine. Yes.
Yeah.
They're everybody's guys. Did you see Kenneth Walker's? Kenneth Walker had a great training camp day. He scored 2 red zone touchdowns, and I hate it.
Of course, like all the guys that we like are going to start showing up.
That's true.
That's always what happens. Like if you remember the Stephon Diggs year, he still never made it more than like 5th round, though. I thought when he got traded to Buffalo, which was one of the most insane things to me. Like how low his was. Like somehow he was going to be worse with Josh Allen than he was with Kirk Cousins. Like it made no sense logically.
So anyway, here's that highlight in the chat. I don't have a command for it. If you want to see me and Wally losing our goddamn minds about how awful ESPN is, do I want Javonte Williams? I don't know.
I mean,
paralysis. Good job, Fatty. I think you got a good price there.
He did get a good price. I'm letting some of the big names go. I think I'm just going to bargain shop today and see what happens.
I got my $50 Nick Chubb, so I can kind of chill. I kind of get anxious. You know what I mean? I don't want to have the last running back in the tier, so I like to get one.
There's still a bunch of really good running backs left, so I'm not about it. And as far as I know, only one other person has as much money left as me. Oh, two, because Zach still does.
That keeps on logging off the chat. I hope that they're doing okay and that the bot doesn't screw them.
Different
Auto
Zach.
drafted Diggs scuffed this one for me. Sorry, Zach. Yeah, that bot runs in and starts shaking the money. Let's see. Oh yeah, because Zach now has CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Kupp, and Stefon Diggs.
I mean, that's straight up zero RB.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's not a bad core to start with. I feel like you're doing pretty.
Yeah. And how much?
Just get a couple of
They still
PPR
have
running back
$57 left.
Yeah, no, that could be way worse for him. So who's Josh is nominating, or Joshua was nominating. So maybe we could do is look at what happened, what he did this draft, and go from there.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, rookie mistake. Because I know he actually wants Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
Or he likes Austin Eckler. Then again, I think he knew he already had his running back, so he's just trying to get money off the board. Nope, he was trying to get him.
So is everybody else.
Yep. Okay. Well, as long as he's going for 60, I'm fine with it. Oh, this is going to be interesting for Josh.
And for those of you who aren't familiar, I will be flipping back and forth to my spreadsheet of all human mocks. We have 5 mocks in there now. We'll be adding this one afterwards to see the average salary, minimum, maximum, mode, and then the percentage of the mode comes up, and the range. So
yeah,
this is some good stuff.
And it looks like,
Eckler's still on the board, huh? I lost interest.
He is.
Guys,
Josh wanted Eckler.
Gator fan said it's weird that there's 2 Zachs and 2 Joshes. Yeah. That's actually football absurdity policy. We have to have 2 of every name. And if one
Except
person
for
leaves,
Waleed. If you see another Waleed, I will kill him on sight.
There's a lot of Waleed Ismails out there.
I know.
Every time I try to find you on Facebook because I need to pull a photo for a layout, I'm always like, why are there 17 Waleed Ismails?
I mean, can't you just go to your friends list? Unless they're all in your friends list. How many Waleed Ismails are you friends with, Evan?
Just you.
Okay, that was the right answer, because I would have unfriended you if there was another one.
Yeah, there can only be one. So what happened with Eckler there? $63? Let's see how that works. That's
what he should have gone for.
That's the max he's ever gone for, but the range is 4. So it's not like that was weird.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. I don't know. I think we've hit the point of diminishing positional advantages here, where the positional advantage Josh Allen offers is not worth the positional advantage I can get by paying $10 less for a quarterback and using that $10 in another position.
Yep. That's where I'm at with him right now.
Also, let's see how the market's shaping up here. Just predict how things will go in, particularly the wide receiver true clash. With the exception of Elliott, everyone seems to be going for the usual $5 or so over listed, which means the wide receivers should crash still around wide receiver maybe 15, 16, 17. Let's see where that is. Let me make the call here.
Okay. What I want to say, because Josh, Gator fan, just said, as you know, I really like Eckler, but at some point I got to just say that's enough. I would argue you had the most money left. So if you really like him, you had the money to get it. Like I would, if I were you, I wouldn't have let Eckler go because I know he's your guy. And the only person who had as much money left is me and Zach. You have the big stack. What's the point of having all that money if you're not gonna get the guy you want?
Yeah, can't take it with you. It's not It's not a game to see who's the most shrill with their budgets, who's the most shrewd. It's just get your
Yeah.
guys. You're never going to remember how much you paid for them later.
Like even after you paid for him, you were going to still be one of the top dollars, and you could have found your value elsewhere. Because the more money you have later, the more savings you're going to end up getting when the market drops on players, and there's less money to be thrown into the pool. So, like at this point, you got to be willing to spend that extra, like $5, $10.
And I suspect the market's going to drop somewhere around Waddle, Moore, Cooper, Metcalf. That's where I think we're going to start seeing guys going for 50% of listed.
The crash is coming. We've already got 4 guys. I'm sorry, maybe 5 guys who are under $100, and a couple guys in that 120 range. So, as more of these big money guys go, yep, and that's why I would have nominated Mixon next, because I want to get another $50 out of the pool.
Yeah. I'm always a fan of nominating players I don't like in positions I need.
See, I don't dislike Joe Mixon. I just I'm not excited about Joe Mixon, I think is a more accurate way of saying it.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what you're getting.
He doesn't have that ceiling that Najee Harris has for me, that Javonte Williams, the guys who, when I watch them play football, I just my mouth starts watering because I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
54.
Like, and that's actually a flaw sometimes in my strategy, where I'll let some value go when I could really when, you know what, like, not everything has to be like a sexy pick. Getting those serviceable guys who might not like be as fun, but who are reliable and still yield high returns. I mean, that's what Joe Mixon is.
Yeah. For my money, I like, and I'm saying this as a person who just spent $54 on him. For my money, I want that high ceiling, like you said, in my studs.
Yeah.
I'll get the floor in the supporting cast. But now I have Mixon and some other person, Chubb, for $104. Okay.
Yeah.
I budgeted $90 for those two, so I need to find $14 somewhere else. No problem. Oh, why do you do that? Who did that?
I mean, these are people who are trying to piss us off, is what they're doing.
Oh, it's the bot. Zach's botted out.
Yeah, of course that bot is. He's got only wide receivers in his queue, probably.
Oh, that makes sense.
Josh, I will let you get stuck with him, but you have no money to spend elsewhere. All right.
Adam says freaking bot. Yeah, Adam, are you in this? Which team are you, Adam? If you're in this, and I didn't say, let's see. I know everyone who's in this except John and Matt. If you're John or Matt, which is weird because your name is Adam, or Plasma. Oh, Plasma's Adam. I recall this now. That rings
Plasma's Adam.
I think
that makes sense from a weird scientific standpoint.
Plasma Adams.
Yeah. It's all science. That's all
Adam's
I know.
Plasma. I'm remembering it now. Yeah, it's good that if you mention you're here, if Matt or John is here, because then we spend extra time taking a look at your team, which is the best part, I think, of the show. Wally just going digging, doing deep dives. And in the Discord, Wayfarer says, so everyone knows about Mooney. Yeah, we've known about Mooney since they used to show all 22s. Constantly, Mooney would be wide open and Trubisky wouldn't see him or overthrow him. And you'd only see it on the all 22s. You see all 22 players because it's not a highlight and it doesn't make the thing. And you're always like, why is Mooney so open? So we're pretty big on Mooney. Not for $18 though. Well, I don't think Adam's gonna. I think Plasma's gonna be disappointed. I think he's worth about $18.
Yeah, nice. I'll take Breece Hall for 32.
Port 51 is MK. Perfect. Thank you.
What was that?
Oh, just port in chat is MK. I'm trying to connect all the dots from who's in the Discord and who's who in the chat and who's who on this thing. So we got 10 of the 12 people are us, counting the bot.
Oh yeah. And I'll say, guys, if you guys are fans of what we're doing, please subscribe to Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, it only costs Jeff Bezos money. So have Jeff Bezos pay us.
And Bad Karma says they're John. Perfect. So now we have 11. Well, almost perfect. We have 11 of 12 people here.
Yeah.
So whoever this Matt is, you're getting some free good data on behalf of 11 of us. Fournette, no, thank you.
Nope.
Are you down? You already downgraded Fournette. So does the center being injured do anything for you?
No. I mean, I didn't want anything to do with him anyway. I don't trust Fournette to stay healthy this season, honestly. I just because he was kind of healthy and good last year doesn't mean that it's going to continue. So I just don't trust him.
I'm looking up the Bucks center. I'm not sure. There was no news yesterday about his injury, but
Yeah.
they say could miss months still.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they say probably season ending, but they haven't done it yet. Okay,
yeah, it was because they're waiting for the swelling to go down. But I have a feeling that means it's more than just an ACL too.
Servant's return loves fat net. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I auto. Sorry about making you wait, everybody. I'll try to be on that in the future.
I was waiting for Ja'Marr Chase to like go to discounts, but I don't think that's going to happen.
He was not whom I would have nominated, but that's all right.
But actually, he's a good nomination here.
Yeah.
Because you want to get $30, $40 out of the pool.
Yeah, in fact, I like him better than I was going to nominate Dylan. I don't think Dylan would have done what we want to do here.
A.J. Dillon is who I was looking at.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want Ja'Marr Chase to go for 40. That was pretty much my goal here.
And if you're watching the feed, you can tell that I'm not interested in the guy by the fact that I start squaring up the windows on our Twitch stream.
Oh.
That's a good sign that I'm not bidding on him.
And I knew like Zach was going to spend at least 40 on Ja'Marr Chase because, I mean, he's the zero RB guy. Although the other Zach looks more like the zero RB guy from what I can see. Because he's got Josh Allen.
It's choice.
Well, 44 for Chase is still an incredible steal.
50,
and he only got that price because of how late he went.
Yeah, 50 is the lowest. Good job. I assume that's Zachy. Good job, Zachy.
Yeah, if I was smart, I would have gone harder at Montgomery, and then like I would have felt more comfortable going after Chase there.
I'm not sure I want $30 Montgomery.
I am very sure I want it. He checks way too many boxes for me this year.
Has anyone said Montgomery Bears yet?
I don't think so, but probably.
Montgomery Bears. Here's your team name.
Let's see.
It's not very good.
Damn, I'm looking at it. Is Kamara going to really go for 23? I'm not going to bid on this because I don't want to get stuck with him, but I also think that that's too cheap a price, so I don't know.
Let me just make sure that he hasn't postponed his plea deal. Do you think he's going to plead? Do you even want to talk about this? I think
he might. I don't know. He's going to miss. He'll miss at least. I think he misses 4 games. Maybe he even misses 6 games. But does it matter in the second half of the season when he's clearly going to be the best guy? But then again, how was Kamara last year? Like, he was very feast or famine.
Well, let me show the viewers how to check that out. Let's see here. Go to 2021 total stats, show drafted, running backs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Adam, you're my spirit animal then, because I'm also very hyped for Montgomery. There's finally the change in offensive scheme. Like, here's the thing that like people say when I'm hyping up that the Bears aren't going to be as bad as people are acting like they're going to be. There's David Montgomery is very close to a top tier running back in football. He's not that first tier, but he is that second tier of running back. The problem is you don't know it because of his usage. His broken tackle rate as a running back has been like one of the best in football over the last 3 years. The problem is his yards after contact always happen behind the line of scrimmage. So that hurts a little bit. On top of that, he's in a contract year, so he's playing to get paid. And they're actually going to focus on the running game. And he's a good receiver as a running. Like this, the outside zone run scheme that Shanahan has is so perfectly suited for him that as long as he's healthy, I think Montgomery is going to be a really good play.
Yahoo's projecting him for almost 1,600 total yards.
Not surprise me. God damn. I thought for sure that was going to happen. I hate when it's like 1 second left and then like.
I try not. That's a way that people can get under my skin. So I'm trying to be more zen about that until I get my anxiety medication refilled because I don't want to go
until. I'd say that the wide receiver market is starting to crash though, because 27 for Higgins that's a solid price. I'm willing to let Josh spend some money so that we have equal dollars. Because I'll be honest, Josh, I know I can bully you. You can prove me wrong, but I know if I keep bidding on a guy that I want after you, you'll back off because you're afraid of spending too much. And that's said with love, but you'll see it later.
Now we're all quiet because we all love Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I was hoping that he would last a little bit because, like, that Aaron Jones for $40 is always a nice deal. When I get him for $50, I'm just not as excited about him.
Agreed. Welcome everyone who just joined the chat. We got a hefty audience this time. I love it. We have a draft with 11, 12 people that we know. This person was a bot for a little bit, but not too much, and they came up with a normal team. So this is good viable data, and we're getting the weirdness, the weirdness that happens when you actually have humans. Four Wheeled isn't here. Joshua's here in chat.
Yeah, welcome. I wasn't talking to you though. I was talking to. I don't think I could bully you. You don't have enough money to bully. You spent your money. I'm talking about Josh, the guy who's got the most money left available to spend. Not that I can't bully you too, Joshua. Actually, based on our relationship, I think you bully me more. We all know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. He's probably very good at fantasy, and the fact that he's going to go for like $9, $10 is actually impressive. That's a more than decent price for his rushing.
He's going to the pot for his second quarterback. He already has Josh Allen. Oh, Joshua stepped in and got a good deal on a good guy.
Yeah, because cool. Josh is, But I think there's going to be a better deal for quarterbacks later. Or even if there's not, I'm going to get my guy. But this is interesting. Josh has pretty much spent all of his money, but his starting standpoint, his positions are pretty nicely laid out. He's got Jalen Hurts, Ezekiel Elliott, David Montgomery, Travis Kelce, and Austin Eckler. So if he gets value, his wide receiver spot, he's going to have a pretty decent team.
Yeah, this is after my own heart, definitely. Strong at tight end, get your running backs, wait on wide receiver. That's my game plan.
And then, we're not going to let Marquise Brown go for $10, are we?
No.
I mean, Evan might because he hasn't bid. Yeah, there we go. I'll let you have him for 13. Someone else might not, but as much as I like Marquise Brown, he's not my absolute favorite guy.
That's the most he's gone for. Interesting stuff.
Is that the most?
Yep.
I've seen him go for more, I'm sure.
And the 12 team, mostly human data, which I only have 5 data sets for, so it's not like it's very representative at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Marquise Brown is my number one sleeper breakout wide receiver. Kyler Murray insisted on getting his college bud. I have an actual photo of the two of them having brunch together, people.
Yeah.
So it's irrefutable science. He's the next Cooper Cup. DeAndre Swift, last in the tier. Last in the RB tier, fetching more than listed. Who would have guessed?
I'm good with this.
Josh and Waleed, who have by far the most money, and Zach.
I called them out too.
This is a fun war to watch here.
Oh, I like it. I'm going to actually let you have him, Josh. You proved me wrong here. I figured I'm not going to go 60 for DeAndre Swift. As much as I like him, concussions do worry me with him. But that was good too, because that's the last guy in your tier. You have him to go with T. Higgins, who you got at a discount already at $27, and you still have over $100 to spend.
Joshua says, "Get that money off the board, boys." That's the game.
Yeah.
That is the game.
That is 100% the game early in the salary cap draft, and that's what I've been trying to get these guys to do. The only person who's got like a similar budget to me right now is Zach, and he's about to get AJ Brown for $22. So good for that. Let's see though. There's still some guys here that I like, and I'm actually happy with my running backs. I'm going to change up my strategy a little bit for how I approach running backs now. And I'm going to feel pretty good about it, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting draft for me, I think. Let's see. You're a guy I can nominate early, I think. You're also one I can nominate early. Man, that's what I get for calling out Josh, though, huh? I probably would have had 65 if I hadn't told Josh that I could just keep bullying him. But that's a good thing. That was a teachable moment. I'm glad that Josh rose to the occasion there. That only makes him better.
And this is funny, in the Discord, Shook, who I believe is watching, what's up, Shook, says, "Hey guys and girls, mine and other genders, my main league has 2 RBs, 3 WRs. Let me say that normally: 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and 2 flex, not super flex. Lots of league members spend big 70 to 80 on the top 5, 50, 60 on the top 12. Do you see getting better value in wide receiver twos with more money out of the pot? That is the crux of my whole strategy. Like, that is it.
I'm regretting that. I feel like I should have spent a little bit more to get Mike Evans there.
$30 is a pretty good deal for Mike Evans.
It's a really good deal for Mike Evans. But the thing is, there's still some guys that I really like left. So
that is the lowest he's gone for by $5.
That sounds about right. Even for a wide receiver 1, like when I got Diggs 25, that was one thing. Oh, you fucking...
Yeah, Adam says Mike Evans for 30 is pretty nice. Yeah, that's a score. Good job. Let's see. Bad Karma. Good job, Bad Karma.
The fuck is he usually going for?
Who, what? Mike Evans?
Ramondre.
Fucking $4, between $2 and $5.
Well, I don't know. Is that, yeah, I was going to say, that seems like it's way too high a price so far, but I think I like Ramondre a lot this year. And I know I'm going to go in having a lot more money. I can just tell by my money now and how prices are going to go that I'm going to get deals later. So I'll spend the extra to get him.
You like him. How come?
Because he's going to be the starter in New England, and they're going to run the ball more than just about anyone in football. I don't believe in Mac Jones until he shows me something.
Whoops.
No, I'll let this guy go. But, oh, man. Gibson for 20 is still also a really good deal. Like, what's his injury, though?
I don't like the question
this. Here. Oh, he's got a hamstring injury? I feel a little bit better about letting him go. That kind of shit can linger. It makes me feel like he's not, like, fully in shape.
We were worried about... Are you talking about Gibson?
Yeah.
We were worried about him last year. We're like, this dude feels really injured, and they're still playing him.
Yeah, that's the other thing, though. Even though we say that, he also pretty much was always doing well. So you got DeAndre Swift, so I'm taking your James Conner, Josh. I want you to know that. That nomination was pure spite because I know you like him. Well, if I get him $23, that'll be way too cheap. No, I'm not letting him go that cheap.
Is that Josh was just bidding on a running back?
He still has running backs that he targets. I was kind of surprised he didn't get Saquon because I know Saquon's his guy. Oh, looks like Josh did get his James Conner. That's fine. I was trying to get you to spend money, so I'm happy with it. Now it's just We Are Plasma and Zachy who have more than $100 left. Although Matt's got 99, so he's kind of close there. That's on a max bid too. And there are still a lot of really good value plays for me to get.
Shook says in chat, it's funny because the beer sheets values are typically so much lower for everyone compared to what everyone actually pays for in my league. Should I interpret that as sit and wait for the best values possible? One thing you have to remember is the genius of beer sheets is they instantly make you as good as the average analyst because the average full-time analyst, because they take all the analysts' projections and amalgamate them. However, I would say the average full-time analyst does not do a lot of salary cap drafting, which is why if you go to our salary cap channel and check out the pins, you see that we've linked our mostly human data that I've been going back and forth towards, because I feel like that's much more representative of numbers you can make a plan around. You can make a budget around.
Yeah. All right, I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do here. Oh. Yeah, I'll take Mark Andrews for $12.
I'm going to casually act disinterested and act like I'm fooling anybody.
Yeah, no. Evan definitely does not want Mark Andrews. He's not definitely hyped him up at all this offseason. He's not a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Joshua says only use beer sheets to establish tiers of players. And they spelled tiers.
But then he spelled it with TEARS, which is what will be the feeling with our fantasy leagues, because it all ends in tears, because hope is a lie.
Okay, great. You know, check the. I'm sorry, I have to my wife real quick. Check the small drawer at the top of the brown dresser in our bedroom. That's where I keep swimsuits.
Are you going to let him go here for $50?
Oh, shoot. My wife did. Who sent my wife in here to distract me? Who did that?
That was a great plan by Matt.
Jesus.
Right when Mark Andrews is on the board, like Evan's favorite player.
I would have easily gone 35 for that, homie. Now you just come back with Pitts, so I'm not even going to get some Pitts deals going on.
Yeah.
Gosh golly. Matt. So now I can't help but frame this in terms of $30 Mark Andrews, which I shouldn't do. I should take everything on its own, but I just can't. I'm like, I'm not paying less than $5 Andrews minus $4 for this guy. Yeah, last year he was out skinnier.
That's fine. You can have him for 30. I was looking at trying to get Kyle Pitts for 20 with this budget, but I'm not. There's still tight ends left. I'll be fine.
I'll go. You got one? Okay. Pitts went for the same amount as Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
And I was here for that. Oh, and this stream might not be working because I got to put it on. There we go. Sorry if the stream lagged a little bit. I didn't have it in performance mode.
All good. Let's see. Yeah. I'm glad one of you guys is there. It's right at that price where I feel like I should be making moves, but I'm going to let guys go. I'm just going to get all the players I want, basically.
Hey, would you turn? Would you turn? And feel free to say no. But would you consider turning the draft sounds off?
Oh, can you hear my sounds?
Yeah, and it made me double check all my settings. So I was like, "Why is my settings bleeding through?" If you want it on, you can keep it on. But
I already turned it off. Yeah, if that makes a difference. Yeah, I didn't even notice that it was on. All right, I'm gonna sneak out for 1 second to get myself a soda.
I'm gonna nominate every one of his guys. Okay, guys, I'm going to post all of his guys in the chat to start nominating them. So the wide receiver market is definitely not falling off. What am I doing with the
All right.
team?
Debo went for 33. That's a good price. I like it. This is going to be interesting. How do I want to do this?
Slowly but surely. Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders, how did you do last year? Check that out.
Miles Sanders did not do well at all last year, but I feel like everyone feels like he's going to be fine. And he should be. I feel like he's someone who should be doing better than he has been doing. So,
I mean, there's a reason why the number one running back was Jalen Hurts.
yeah. But I don't feel like they had a good run scheme at all. I really don't understand what the Eagles are trying to accomplish. Having said that, for $9, I will take Miles Sanders.
Fine.
I have the money, actually. Yeah. Like, I'm looking at it, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure, yeah. What is his average value here?
16.
Oh, fuck it. I'll let him take him for
16,
19.
but the range is between 10 and 24. It's a large range.
I'm letting him take him for 19 just to get the bot out of the way. Miles Sanders isn't one of the guys I'm truly targeting here. Like, at this point, I'm in a spot where I can really be selective about who I'm trying to get. I have more, like, the next closest is Zach at $100 for his max budget. I have $56 more than that, which means I'm pretty much getting everyone I want.
I'm creeping back up towards the top. No, nowhere near you though. You got to buy guys. You got to.
I'm going to
roster people.
But there are specific guys I'm making sure I buy.
What's your team look like? Brees Hall, Ramondre.
Yeah. But my team at the end is going to look real sexy. And you're going to hate it because I'm going to outbid you on pretty much everyone you want.
That will happen, yes.
Yeah. There's a reason I was doing it this way.
You saw that worked in yesterday's Superflex draft, and now you're doing it. But you already knew what to do. But
well, I mean, if you've played with me, I do that a lot. I don't like spending early. I like to have top 3 money throughout the draft. It's always kind of where I'm trying to stay so that I can get players.
I like to get a few. I like to get a few second or third or first round players, and then just sit there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get maybe 1 player early, maybe 2, and then just sit around. Let's see.
Marge.
Yeah. There's still a lot of good quarterbacks left, though, so. I only said to try to make you not bid against me. I was taking Lamar there. I have this money. I'm going to spend it. And I think we've said it before. I think Lamar's going to end the season as the MVP. Like, him and Josh Allen are my 1A, 1B quarterbacks this year.
And the Super Bowl MVP. Go Ravens.
Yeah.
See, this is where we have the Discord effect. Where I have no idea when I go into my drafts with other people what Travis Etienne is going to go for. I know he's going to go for 30 every time in the Discord drafts because we all love him so much. Yeah. But I have no idea if that's representative.
I don't know that I love him as much as the rest of you guys do, honestly.
Wally, does your draft sounds on?
No, they're not.
Someone's sounds on. That's weird. Maybe Yahoo just didn't turn it off. Oh well. Too bad, so sad. Well, we get to feel like we're in a casino. Travis Etienne. People love Travis Etienne, and they should. And they should.
I just know Zachy wants him, so I'm trying to fuck him over. And I have the money to do it. Also, he was the last running back I had in that tier. So now I'm not as in. I'm not in as good a spot as I wanted to be, but I'm still feeling pretty good with now my running backs are Brees Hall, Ramondre Stevenson, and Travis Etienne. I'm going very much upside here at my running back
I
position.
really benefited from that. You benefited from it as well because you got your guy. But now I'm
Yeah,
much less likely to get
yeah.
outbid at every single guy.
Oh, don't kid yourself.
Okay, so
I'm gonna get who I want to get.
I got Jacobs. So I had Marquise. So I was $14 up on my running backs, $14 over, and then I went $5 over what I wanted to pay for Marquise Brown. So that's $19. But I was willing to pay $18 for Josh Jacobs, so I made up $3. So I'm 16 in the hole right
Yeah.
now. Here's another guy I want to have a bad training camp. Just a
Chase
quiet,
Edmonds.
quiet little thing. Nobody hears a peep from him, except in our Discord where everyone loves him. Adam says Yahoo said I will suffer. Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
like where we're going.
I'll be honest. Tony made a very compelling case to me about Chase Edmonds because I'm not really convinced he's going to end up being the guy there. But even if he's not the guy, his floor as like the number 2 receiving back kind of will still make him a really good value there. Did you end up getting him for 6? Wow. I probably should have. You know what though? He's not who I'm looking at.
That makes him 12 of my dollars. So I'm at 6 in the hole now. Wait, 4 in the hole. So I'm caught up.
Yeah.
I don't want him on my flex, but I'll take him on my bench.
I want to like DJ Moore so much more than I do, but I'll tell you what, man. Baker, I don't know that he moves the needle enough for me. Like I just think that Carolina is just an absolute shit show. I'm not sure that I want any shares of it. Even Christian McCaffrey makes me nervous.
Gator fan says I go to the restroom for a minute and lose out on Jacobs. Yes, that's how it works.
Oh, I didn't even see Josh Jacobs got nominated, so that's my bad.
He's so boring. That's why I love him. Nobody even notices he's there. It's so good.
Yeah.
Just be my boring flex, even if you don't get like 800 yards. Fine.
And actually, I like what you kind of did with your running back. So you got Mixon and Chubb, and then you got Jacobs and Edmonds. That's a decent running back core.
I'm happy with.
I like how you've gone about doing your draft. Let's look at some of the other teams that are filled. I see We Are Plasma's got 6 players. He's got Tyreek Hill, Darnell Mooney, Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson, Jalen Waddle, and Deebo Samuel. He's got some good values there, but man, do I not like Cam Akers. I don't like him at all. Not for that price. Jalen Waddle for 20 could end up being a steal. You got Mooney, which I'm just mad at you for. But it's fine too. Like I couldn't justify spending that much on him. Let's see, Joshua. He's got Jalen Hurts, Ezekiel Elliott, David Montgomery, Travis Kelce, Austin Eckler. I love his running back core. I mean, you got Kelce, so you probably have the positional advantage at tight end. The running back, the rushing floor with Jalen Hurts. It's going to be a nice, solid team. He doesn't have too much money to spend here for the rest of his players, so he's going to have to find some value. And he's gonna be hurting at wide receiver because the guys he probably tries targeting are all guys we want, and we all have more money than him.
I'm just gonna toss this in the water.
Let's see here.
He's yours.
Nice. Honestly, like, you actually probably got him for me a little bit cheaper because I think people realize Waller and Kittle are still out there, and they'll go for like 15.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I'm fine with. I like Schultz a little bit more than I like Kittle and Waller this year.
Probably not my best use of that nomination. You're right.
I thought it was perfect, but that's because I got Dalton Schultz for under $10.
I was thinking, let me whittle Wally down, but I don't think that. I think I ended up giving you a bargain, so now you'll have more later. So yeah,
that's exactly what you did.
Yeah,
it was sound strategy, but it was the wrong player to do that with.
Yeah. All right. Like making mistakes in mucks.
I mean, that's where you're supposed to do it. It's okay to screw up in practice. All right. Man, I was hoping Keenan might go for a discount here. I mean, he still is gonna kind of. Actually, he's still really going for a discount, even at this price, now that I think about it. Yeah. I see guys are just like, man, I don't know if I can let him go for under 30, which is probably the right attitude. I'll let him go here, though. I'd rather have you knock out that half of your salary cap for him, because I can find wide receivers. That's one thing I have absolute confidence in my ability for.
Yeah.
And there's still some great receiver values here. Speaking of great receiver values, maybe not.
Zachy said he had a blast bidding you up on ATN.
Did he?
Yep.
Yeah, I did too, but I was going to get Etienne, but at the same time, I almost let him go because there were still other guys that I'm fine. I'm fine. Like, if I'd let him go, I would have just taken Keenan Allen there on this last one because I know I would have gotten a good price on him and just filled my roster a different way. But I knew I could get away with overspending on Etienne considering the savings I got elsewhere. Zachy's just jealous because he wants my running back room. How come he's not in the Twitch? Is he saying that in the Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go in there. Trying to see where we got here. Let's see here. And my biggest problem with Deontay Johnson is that Mitch Trubisky's throwing him the football.
And right there, that's the 50% of listed value. One person before I said it would happen.
What'd you say?
I said Cooper. Oh. I think. I listed like 4 guys, to be honest. But like,
yeah, but some of those guys, like, it depends on the order they're like actually put up there.
Yeah, I said Waddle, Moore, Cooper, Metcalf. So yeah, one below. And Waddle Moore did not go for the discount. So yeah, right around there. You can kind of tell from the initial bids when the market was going to crash later on. So you can spend more now and anticipate how much you'll, based on how much you know you can save later.
Yeah.
Fun. Closed system economics is super fun.
Let's see here.
I only bid on Moore there because I didn't mind getting stuck with him, but I'm like, $6? No, you can get more money out of the pot here. Somebody has to monetize more.
Hmm. I think Zachy overestimates how much I was willing to go for Etienne. Like, I was one bit away from not from letting him go.
So therefore, he estimated you perfectly.
That's probably true, but I almost bailed out a couple times on that. But I decided I was just going to take Etienne for the hell of it.
Fatty says bidding more up. Shame on you. Yeah, it was $6. I'm not gonna let him go for $6. I'll take him for $7.
Yeah, for more. Yeah, I don't think more was bid up. I think $10 is a more than reasonable price for him. I'd be more than happy to get him there.
Elijah here.
Yeah. No, that's such a good price for him too.
Here. That is a value.
Holy
purchase.
Shit!
Yeah.
15 for Dobbins is a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I was willing to go a little higher on Etienne also, because I knew I'm getting that money back. Like, so now my running backs are like Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, J.K. Dobbins, Ramondre Stevenson, with Schultz and Lamar Jackson, I should probably get a wide receiver at some point, huh?
Zach's on the chat. He says he knew you had him as the last guy as the tier and felt you'd overspend. I don't know if you can overspend when you have the last guy in the tier, but definitely
He wasn't my last guy in my tier. J.K. Dobbins was also no, he wasn't though. Dobbins was still around.
But you said he was when you got him.
Oh, I guess I did, but
yeah,
that's why I almost let him go. Dobbins was technically my last guy, but I don't like waiting to the last guy either.
No, see, I think that Etienne is well, I shouldn't say. I think Etienne is on a higher tier for me than Dobbins.
Yeah,
not by much, but I like Etienne. We all do.
Okay. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, I mean, you guys bid him up the right amounts to make sure that I spent it, but also I still have a lot of money, so I don't care. Let's see, Hockenson, that's a good nomination. Who am I going to nominate that'll get money out?
Who's a good boy? You're a good boy, DJ Hockenson.
Yeah, I think regardless, I'm going to love my team.
You always love your team. Of course, I always love my team, so it's not really an indictment.
Well, I mean, if you don't love your team in salary cap, you don't know what the fuck you're doing in salary cap.
Very true. Love somebody and get them. That's what you do.
That's all it is.
I must admit, Chase Edmonds is not. Well, I guess this morning Tony convinced me to put him on my love list for $6. Yeah. Mixon's not really on my love list, honestly. But
interesting. Is Waller good? I thought Waller would go for. Okay, there we go. At least he's at 10. I was like, I thought for sure that Waller and Kittle will go for 15, but maybe I'm going to be wrong here. Interesting. Okay.
Me on tilt, MK. Oh, don't do it. It's like water torture, especially with the noise, sound effects.
That's 100% why I do it to people, as I think it'll affect some people. And I was right. Darren Waller, 15. TJ Hockenson for 6 is an incredibly good price.
That's the lowest Hawks ever gone for, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, I don't know why I said that Etienne was the last guy in his tier for me, because Dobbins is in the same tier. But I also don't like him. What was that?
You're high on Dobbins despite the pup, huh?
I think that he's going to be fine. And I think he's going to be the number 1 running back. And honestly, like, it was just an ACL, right? I think there was something else. But he's, like, I mean, I saw him tweet saying he's fine. No one knows what they're talking about. I'm going to trust him. Mainly because if I'm right about him, like, the payoff is so good.
Matt's getting some deals here, man. Keenan Allen, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Mark Andrews, Melvin Gordon. Got some amount of money left. $33 left. I don't hate that. Zachy says ESPN report for Dobbins today didn't sound too good.
Yeah, but ESPN's platform sucks, so why would I trust it? What was it? What was it? Man. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins was like, he'll be ready for week 1. I knew he said that. But everyone's going to always act like he's a lot riskier than he is.
I do kind of like the preseason pup because there's not going to be any hype. You know?
Yeah.
Like in salary cap drafts, that can be a sneaky little advantage.
Let's see. Oh, damn. Zach just left and then went to $12 for DK Metcalf.
When for his bench.
Huh?
For his bench.
I mean, he's a zero RB guy, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. He's also a bot.
Yeah, but the bot also is now a 0 RB guy, or maybe not. Maybe N's going to get DK for 15. Yeah, the bot gave up on DK Metcalf, it looks like. And that is a risk of trying to price enforce the bots.
Okay, I gotta throw somebody out. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh,
Amari
I like
Cooper.
all these guys. I like all these guys.
Yeah, but Amari Cooper will get the most money out of the bots.
Good call.
And there you go. We got double digits out. Oh, Josh, nope. Josh, you don't get to get Amari Cooper. But on the plus side, did you really want Amari Cooper? Yeah, $12 for Amari Cooper is still a pretty good deal, I think. So we got the bot's going to fight for George Kittle. And it already has Kyle Pitts, so which is kind of stupid. Like, while it's fun to punish a bot sometimes, you should also be like, do I have a tight end who's going to be as good as George Kittle for $14? That's the question I think I'd be asking if I were some of these people. Man, this bot is stupid. Learn about roster construction. Damn it. All right. So the bot's going to get 2 tight ends. 2 top 5 tight ends, so good for it. But no, Damian Harris for $3 is really good. I kind of just I already have the guys I'm targeting. I have 8 spots left. I have a max budget of a max bid of 58. Or I have the max budget of 58, max bid of 51. I'm gonna get guys I want, and I already have Ramondre. I don't need Damian Harris, but I do like that price for him.
I don't know if
Ooh, Patrick Mahomes.
when you already have Kyle Pitts. Good job, bot. Stupid
Yeah,
bot.
that's what we were talking about. And it's gonna at least it doesn't have a quarterback yet. So when it spends a lot for Patrick Mahomes, we won't think it's stupid. It's really stupid. What do we got here? What is his average price? 18. Nice. Yeah, get that money out. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. What is that ESPN report for Dobbins, though?
I'm Googling it and doing a bad job. Maybe it's Twitter. I'm bad with Twitter. Herbert.
Wow, I like they have an article, Why Justin Jefferson is Worth a First-Round Pick. Does anyone need to write that article? Is there anyone saying, I would not draft Justin Jefferson in the first round? What a dumb waste of space. Hey, guys, do you know what? This guy who's been a top 5 fantasy wide receiver the last 2 years, he might be worth taking in the first round. Do you think? I don't know. Was he a top 5 receiver his rookie year?
He was crushed. I don't have that.
I mean,
data
he crushed, but I'm kind of curious. Let's see what the numbers say.
Yeah, good. Fantasy Pros has a good resource for that.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Yahoo. So, yeah, Justin Jefferson was wide receiver number 4 in 2021. In 2020, he wasn't top 5. He was number 6. And he missed the top 5 by 0.1.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm going to say, yeah, maybe we don't need articles telling us why Justin Jefferson is worth taking in the first round. Anyone with half a brain already knows it.
Yeah, it's come to the point where talking about the once juggernaut ESPN is becoming punching down at this point. Like how the semi-mighty have fallen. Good Lord.
Yeah. Ooh, so Josh is back at having $71 left to spend. I have the second most money left because Bot Zach botted it out. I mean, honestly, Christian Kirk for $2 isn't the worst choice. Just because you got to figure with the amount of money they're spending on him, they're gonna force feed him the football. But at the same time, like, I just don't believe in Christian Kirk as a football player.
I believe in him for $5. MK got him.
Yeah, I got money and I got 8 spots left, and I'm gonna get the guys I want for that $8.
As usual, I'm down to about $25-$30, and I have everything but a wide receiver too.
Which is kind of where you want to be.
That's the first time Kirk has gone for more than $1 in 6 drafts. That seems odd to me.
Yeah.
Huh.
It is definitely odd. Let's look at some of these teams, though. So let's look at your team, Evan. You got Justin Herbert, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, Chase Edmonds. It's a solid core. You just got to get those receivers filled out. And then we got let's see, N's team here. He has got DK Metcalf, Najee Harris, Jonathan Taylor, and who's this third guy here? AJ Dillon for 15. Not the worst thing I've seen. I mean, like, you're banking hard on that core of Najee and Jonathan Taylor, but also if there is a core to do that with, I was it. So I dig it. I'm on board with it.
And one could go down, and AJ Dillon could prove a really nice replacement.
Very much so, yeah. And then let's see, Zach kind of went on auto draft here, but his team still looks kind of interesting with Patrick Mahomes, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, Devin Singletary, Rashad Penny. Let's see, Kyle Pitts, Michael Pittman Jr., Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper for 12 is a really good price, and George Kittle for 16 is just a waste of your financial resources. I just got Rashad Bateman for 16, so I'm pretty happy about that because I wanted that stack with Lamar. I think they knew that, and they priced him up a little bit for me, but I'm okay with that. Let's see. Fatty McFats has got 4 guys left and only 31 to spend, but his 4 guys are Justin Jefferson, Elijah Moore, Saquon Barkley, and Javonte Williams. That's a strong core. I like it. I'd be a little bit nervous at how top heavy it is because I'm going to lose some value, some of the mid round value that I could get. But I mean, Justin Jefferson. I mean, there's a case for him being the best wide receiver this year. You can't argue that. Elijah Moore is a guy I love, and Saquon and Javonte are 2 guys who are. I mean, they could potentially. That could win a league. That core, which is what you should be looking for there. Josh has got T. Higgins, DeAndre Swift, James Conner, Damian Harris. Damian Harris for $3 is really good value. Your running back core of Swift and Conner is solid. T. Higgins is your number 1 wide receiver. It's not a bad number 1 wide receiver to have. You got money, though, so make sure you get your guys. I like that you're bidding up for Mike Williams here because you should be, really. Mike Williams, I think, is one of the best receivers left. And you have more money than everyone. If you when it gets to a point where you don't want, if you have guys you want more, don't be afraid to let them go. But at the same time, like, if that's one of your top guys left, you might as well take them.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas for $1. Someone's going to take him for $2, and I don't care. Let's see here. Yeah, I figured that would happen. John's team, he's got Mike Evans for 30. That might be the steal of the draft to me. Oh, Leonard Fournette for 39. You can have him at that price, but I get the appeal. Christian McCaffrey at 67. DJ Moore at 21. And Deontay Johnson for 14. DJ Moore and Deontay Johnson have the problems, like, the receivers I like a lot. I don't like their quarterbacks. So it makes me less excited about them. We got Josh Chubb off on his first salary cap. He's got Jalen Hurts, Ezekiel Elliott, David Montgomery, Travis Kelce, Austin Eckler. That team hasn't really changed. He's going to need some wide receivers, but that core is really strong. We got MK here. He's got Kyler Murray. He's got Devontae Adams, Christian Kirk, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Eli Mitchell, Michael Thomas. Not bad, honestly. We got to see what tight end we get there, but also you got some money here to spend. You're not in a terrible spot. You fill out that bench nicely. You got some guys who could definitely be playmakers here. I like the balance of your team. We are Plasma. It's got Tyreek Hill, Darnell Mooney, Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson, T.J. Hockenson, Jalen Waddle, Debo Smith, Juju Smith-Schuster. Like, a lot of his guys are bargains. Like, he got them at really good prices, which is nice. I don't really care for Cam Akers. I've said it. That Achilles, it's hard for me to trust he's going to come back and be good. I don't believe it. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, but we'll see. Let's see. Then we got Zach had Stephon Diggs for 44. He's got Miles Sanders at 19. That's a really good price. Josh Allen, CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Kupp. That's his nice 0 RB build that he's got going here. Did I get McLaurin for $12?
Somebody, yep.
Yeah, that's
nice.
A really good price. I thought he would go for at least 15. Let's see. Matt's got 5 guys. He's got Keenan Allen, Derrick Henry, Aaron 6, Mark Andrews, and Melvin Gordon. I like that. You got to get those wide receivers and quarterbacks filled out, but I like that core. That Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Keenan Allen, Mark Andrews core, that's going to be tough to beat. And then last, we got my team. I got 9 of my spots. I think I have the most roster spots filled, and I still have a decent amount of money. I got Lamar Jackson, Allen Robinson, Rashad Bateman, Breece Hall, Ramondre Stevenson, Dalton Schultz, Travis Etienne, J.K. Dobbins, and Terry McLaurin. Oh, and Buffalo's defense. I have 5 spots left with $25 with $23 max bid. Damn, I'm kind of crushing it here. I don't have any high end guys really. Although you could argue like my quarterback is a guy who should be top 5, but every other position they're definitely guys I'm playing for upside. But that's not. So yeah, I got. Let's see. Let's see who my next 2 players are going to be. All right, now I'm trying to figure out my strategy going forward here, because I think we're at the part where I'm not just going to nominate random guys. Yeah, baby. Okay. Did I miss this guy? There we go. I knew you were here somewhere. Yeah. Let's look at the average. Yeah, I had a feeling Cortland Sutton wasn't going to go for cheap, but I was hoping I'd be able to sneak him in a little bit. But that's all right. I got 5 receivers. I only need to get 2 of them. So I'm willing to let you guys spend some of your money so I have a clearer path to the guys I want. All right. And got Cortland Sutton to go with his DK Metcalf, Najee Harris. Honestly, like, ooh. I'm excited to see how he finish this build then, because it's a strong team. It's a very strong team. I'm not sure I care for A.J. Dillon at 15. That's the only like nitpick I'll give you. But I get why you're building it the way you're building it.
It's interesting that Josh Jacobs, we were talking about Josh Jacobs and A.J. Dillon, comparing them to each other, and this is the first draft where they've reached each other's value exactly. A.J. Dillon's going up, Josh Jacobs going down.
Yeah, but the interesting thing too is I think that, like, based on like historical trends, Josh Jacobs is the guy we probably should trust more for the higher floor. And I don't know that their ceilings are. Well, I guess if Aaron Jones goes down, A.J. Dillon's ceiling really shoots up. And then Josh finally got his first wide receiver, Tyler Lockett, for $6. You guys already know how I feel about Tyler Lockett, but also, as I've said, Tyler Lockett constantly proves me wrong. So what the fuck do I know? Let's see here. So Kareem Hunt, he's going to be a good value for whoever gets him. I don't see him going for more than $6 or $7. I think $4 is more than a great price. Yeah. Josh is starting to flex that big bankroll when he's realizing he's got so much more than everyone else. Maybe he's not. Let's see. Interesting. Not how I expected that to go, but not surprised either. Oh, there's another guy I could look at. Yeah, he's a little darling. Yeah, when the prices get this low, I'm not even going to worry with where I'm at financially. I'm probably just going to nominate guys that I'm happy to get at a decent price, and if I don't get them, it's fine.
This
Because
is where I
there's
would
not a
love
lot
to
of money
reduce
left.
the amount of bidding time from 30 seconds to 10 seconds, like we did on Sleeper yesterday.
Yeah, right? No, Sleeper's interface was very nice.
We'll be switching to theirs soon enough.
Who's going to go hard for Joe Burrow is the question. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Is that what's going to happen here? Wow, we're going to get Joe Burrow for $5. That's I like that. Now you got Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Elijah Moore, Saquon Barkley, and Javonte Williams. I mean, that's a team I would have drafted.
That is the lowest Joe Burrow has gone in 6 auctions. He went for $5 once, another time too. Up, Gabe Davis, getting some respect here.
Yeah, for $12, I'll take him. Oh, okay. For $13, Josh will take him, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah. I still got 5 slots to fill. And I said I would let a couple of my guys go.
And now
Gabe Davis is a guy I like, but he's not as high as a couple of the other guys I have.
Now everybody is under $40 remaining.
Yep. And for max, yeah, there's only a couple people who can go higher on me on the max bids, which is nice. No, this was a fun one for me.
We can do Sleeper now, I just realized, for these one quarterback ones from now on.
Yeah.
I think so 11 too. 12, 13, 14. We actually would have gotten 12 out of 12 if we'd done Sleeper because Hank Hill would have gotten in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I was going to say, if you guys let me get him for like $1, that would have been criminal. But I got the money to spend, so I'll spend an extra to get the best kicker. That's one of the things that having a little extra money is nice. Just getting Buffalo and Justin Tucker. It's like a few extra bucks, but it's kind of nice because even though it's hard to project defenses, Buffalo feels like a really safe bet to be an incredibly good defense this year. Even though I am a defensive streamer guy. So yeah, now I have...
The AFC East is doo-doo.
Yeah. And so now I got an average of 6 I can put on each player left.
Oh god, I never click average.
I'll only click it like near the end.
Half the league does not have a tight end?
Yeah.
Almost half the league does not have a quarterback.
Which is probably why I should nominate those guys for $1. Yeah.
Well, if Joe Burrow's going for 5, then they're not bidding. Then I don't know what
No.
they're waiting for.
They're waiting for the guys they got left. You'll see eventually quarterbacks will start going for a little bit. Because, I mean, there's still there's still Russell, Dak, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford. So these guys are probably fine in getting them for a little bit cheaper. But when it gets close to the end, when there's two guys waiting on that last quarterback, that's why you don't want to wait too long on that.
The bot nominating San Francisco for 2 was a good move.
Yeah.
A good move, bot.
Yeah, this is definitely interesting. Let's look at some of these 8. All right, Zach's a bot. I'm not gonna evaluate the bots anymore. Let's look at Josh here. Got T. Higgins, Mike Williams, DeAndre Swift, James Conner, Damian Harris, Tony Pollard, Kareem Hunt, Gabe Davis. Solid. Yeah, you need to get a quarterback and a tight end. But we already know he's happy getting Rodgers or Carr. He's done that in previous drafts. And frankly, when you got a core like that, I don't really blame you. Let's see. We got John over here. He's got 8 guys left. He's got Tom Brady for $5 and Mike Evans. So that's a nice little stack. DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette, Deontay Johnson, Brandon Cooks for $8. That's a good get. Clyde Edwards-Helaire for $4. I mean, for that price, it's fine. But man, do I not trust that running game in Kansas City. I'll take a flyer on Derek Gore for $1. That's about it. I don't care about any of the running backs on that team personally. Let's see. MK over here. He's got, let's see. Kyler Murray, Devontae Adams, Christian Kirk, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Eli Mitchell, Michael Thomas. It's an interesting team. Man, that team in 2019 would have been really sexy. Oh, and Jerry Jeudy for $13. I didn't even see Jerry Jeudy get nominated there.
I did. I hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
You just want him for team names.
This whole thing where the wide receiver market crashes doesn't work when everyone likes my guys. Because the market crashes for the guys I hate, and then the guys I like still go for way over. But
honestly, it's like to me, if I go into a draft, like when I go into my work draft after playing against you guys, it's like I'm not using I don't have weights on me. Like I just release the weights and I'm suddenly way more athletic, way more active. We got We Are Plasma's got Tyreek Hill, Darnell Mooney, Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson, T.J. Hawkinson, Jalen Waddle, Deebo Samuel, Juju Smith-Schuster. That's a solid team. Start off. I really don't like Cam Akers, though. So there's no way I'm going to give you a winning grade just because of that. Because I'm petty like that. Let's see. Evans got Justin Herbert, Marquise Brown, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, Chase Edmonds. I kind of like where Evans' team's at. And I have a feeling I'm going to like it a lot more near the end when we're going at wide receivers. Let's see.
We shall see.
Well, I mean, we're going to be fighting over the same guys, so that's what's going to be kind of annoying. Let's see. And Josh, he got Tyler Lockett to go for his wide receiver 1. Going to $1 Matt Stafford bid to still just get a little money out of the pool because he knows he's. I like that move. Yeah, for a guy who's never done salary cap, I think Josh is doing all right, especially considering how he got auto drafted.
Yeah.
The only thing I would have said is I don't know that I would have gone with Kelce for 50. But also at the same time, I get just wanting it. Well, the thing is getting Kelce for 50 and Austin Eckler for 63 definitely hamstrung what he was able to do later. Now he's going to have to bargain shop for wide receiver, which to be honest, you can win a league with waiver wire wide receivers. I think if you have a good strong core running back, quarterback, and running back and tight end. I'm sorry, I said running back twice, but. You can get away. You can find You can find matchup-based like moves at wide receiver to get you going in the league. Having said that, it's nice to have one guy that's like a stud. Yeah, we are at the part where this thing is going to start dragging along.
This will be the last time. The future will be a 10-second timers and sleepers. So.
Yeah. Matt Stafford, Keenan Allen, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Mark Andrews, Melvin Gordon, Dawson Knox. Interesting. You get is Matt one of ours?
I think he's the only one who's not.
Yeah, because I was gonna say $6 for Dawson Knox when you already spent $30 for Mark Andrews. It's just bad business. It's not like he's even like a guy who's totally out there. Oh, we lost Plasma.
Kenneth Walker. So good.
He's the only guy left that I'm like, I'm just going to get you, and I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. You can have him.
Kenneth Walker. Chris Carson retires, and everyone figures it out.
Yeah.
We already knew Chris Carson was going to retire.
I'm already okay with letting him go because Breece Hall, Ramondre Stevenson, Etienne, and Dobbins, I think I'll be fine. I'm going to switch up my backup running backs a little bit.
Getting Walker makes me regret Josh Jacobs for 15. I don't need a boring guy when I have Kenneth Walker as my flag.
Well, the one thing I will say is you definitely should probably want let's see, who do I want here? Oh, this is a good nomination. Let's make you guys spend some money.
Oh, Sleeper has pass buttons too. Yeah, look at Migraine Sleeper.
Oh, are we going to let me get him for cheap? Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to go for 10, I think. This firm. And if he doesn't, I'm happy to get him for under 10. Damn, I thought this was the James Cook like fanboy club here. What happened to these fucking guys? I can't believe I just got James Cook for $5. Is that normal for our Discord? Did they all fall asleep? Can you hear me, Evan?
He's gone for between $1 and $3, which is frankly ridiculous. But
really, I thought like our Discord when we do, I feel like there's always guys trying to get Cook for a big price.
Feels like there's always at least two, which is all it takes.
Yeah. All right. Oh, where did Thielen go?
$7 to Josh.
To Josh, okay.
Not Joshua.
No, I know. I don't think Joshua has $7 to spend.
Getting in a bidding war for your second quarterback. That's my life.
I noticed that Plasma when I keep talking about Cam Akers, he just left. So I'm sorry that my not liking Cam Akers made you quit, Plasma. Who's Plasma? Is that Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam, like, sorry I made you quit. But that's what it is, man. Ooh, Tyler Bass for $1. Ooh, Cordell Patterson for $6. Oh, Plasma got Dak Prescott for $1. How did we miss that?
What out. Good job.
Yeah. That's insane to me. Especially since Russ just went for 7. All right, I have the third most money left to spend. I'm very curious to see how this plays out here. Let's see. Josh has only got 5 spots left to fill. You got, let's see, Higgins. Mike Williams, DeAndre Swift, James Conner, Damian Harris, Tony Pollard, Kareem Hunt, Gabe Davis, Chase Claypool, and Adam Thielen. I like how that team's filling up. He still needs a quarterback, a tight end, a kicker, and a defense. And he's got more than enough money to get who he wants. Oh, he's going for Evan McPherson, so let's see. John, respecting the DFS for Cheapskates motto that Nick Folk is our savior. I don't know if he's our savior in 2022, but 2021, Nick Folk made me a lot of money. Or at least a high return on investment. It wasn't that much money. I don't know, though. Actually, I guess winning $250 in a tournament is a pretty good return, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
For a $3 buy-in?
Yes.
I can. Yes? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, what did I just do there? Not what I wanted to do. Let's get rid of you. Tampa Bay defense. Yeah, Josh's. Who did Josh just get that I missed? Got Matt Prater for $2. And let's see. And he's about to get the Bucs defense for $1. Not a bad start there. You got a top kicker. You got a projected top defense. Let's see. Fatty's got money, so he's like, fuck it. I'm going to get the Rams defense. Frankly, I don't blame you. I think the Rams are they're my number 2 fantasy defense, I think, but I'm not sure. Like when Staley left, that defense kind of took a drop. So I'm a little nervous about that. But at the same time, there's so much talent. I don't mind betting on them. Colts defense is another one that I'm intrigued to see what happens because I'm pretty sure they changed defensive schemes when Eberflus left. So I wonder how well that defense is going to transition. Like, it feels like a bad choice to do that, to just change. When you had a defense that's been top 5 like the last 3 years, even though your defensive coordinator left, I don't know that I agree with changing your defensive scheme. That feels like a bad decision. You should have guys on staff that can keep things like going the same way. And I could be wrong, but I'm very confident I read that somewhere, that they were changing things up a little bit on defense.
They were the 7th fantasy defense last year.
Yeah. The year before, they were better.
Yeah.
And the Colts defense has been carrying that team. Like, there's a reason they've been in playoff contention with guys like, with dead arm Phillip Rivers, with Carson Wentz, with just guys who aren't good at quarterback. I mean, Rivers was good. He was savvy, but you could tell he doesn't have the arm strength he used to. All right, let's go with this is going to be adorable. No, I'm the only person on the planet who believes in Michael Carter, which is fantastic to me.
I'm not going to buy into the Jets.
I mean, I get that, but the logic I've been using is no one believed in the Saints either until Sean Payton and Loomis. Just because they accidentally hired the right people doesn't make them the Jets organization more competent. They just kind of got lucky. And when I look at what Michael Carter and Elijah Moore did last year, it's very easy to believe. Like, I think, yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with that running back core, especially because I got Breece Hall. And I don't think that Michael Carter's just going to be a handcuff in that offense. I think he serves that function now. I got Lamar Jackson, Allen Robinson, Rashad Bateman, Breece Hall, Ramondre Stevenson, Dalton Schultz, Travis Etienne, J.K. Dobbins, Terry McLaurin, James Cook, Michael Carter. Like, I'm very happy with that. That's an all upside running back group. I also got Justin Tucker in the Bills defense. So, yeah, I'm just going to round up with some wide receivers, and I'm going to feel really good about myself. And honestly, I feel good about my receivers as is. Terry McLaurin was such a good steal at $12. Let's see what else we're going to do here. Derek Carr. This is where Josh comes in to get his. Oh, he got Aaron Rodgers. Never mind. Like I said, Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr. I did say that earlier. I don't know if it was clipped anywhere, but he is interesting enough. Oh, Josh is going for a backup quarterback. Interesting. I would have saved that money. You already, I don't know. With Jalen Hurts, I don't actually hate that. I really don't like Jalen Hurts. Oh, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sun God getting those dollars out. I love it. Because that's not a receiver I was going for. Oh, Fatty's getting the Sun God.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I got 3 guys left. I just want to make sure I get 2 of them. Ooh. Zach Ertz for $1 is going to be a good price. John, does he have it? Let's see here. All right. At least the guys bidding don't have tight ends. I'll give it there. Oh, and Josh is the guy who doesn't have a tight end. So I'm pretty sure if Josh wants his guy, he's going to get his guy. Does Fatty have a tight end is the question. He does. He doesn't. But I guess Zach Ertz wasn't his tight end guy.
6 people still don't have a tight end, half the league.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Meanwhile,
So
poor
Ertz for
We Are Plasma
$6.
logged off, and the stupid bot bid $6 for a backup tight end. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Adam was real pissed at me for calling out his Cam Akers pick, but I got to call it the way I got to call it.
Port 51 says thoughts on Amon-Ra. I'll go first because I think I know what Wally's going to say too, because we kind of say the same thing. His back-end production was unrepeatable in the last 6 weeks of the season, especially because it came with Hawkinson and DeAndre Swift injured, and Jared Goff is his quarterback. So I like him, but I'm not going to go over. I like him in the wide receiver crash. Give me him for 7 or less, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get him. I'm not going to get him anymore. You know anything you want to add to that?
No, you kind of covered a lot of what I was going to say. The only thing I'd also mention is when Jameson Williams comes in too, I wonder like what Amon-Ra St. Brown like. Amon-Ra St. Brown's role early might be a little bit clearer cut than it will be in the second half when Jameson Williams is healthy. And I don't know, like I still feel like Hawkinson's just waiting to break out on that offense. Last year, I thought he was going to do it because if you saw how Matt Patricia used him. There's at least one absurdity check article where I'm raging at just how bad Matt Patricia was. But I didn't see any real growth with him last year. But also that offense in the first half before they fired Anthony Lynn was definitely different than in the second half when Dan Campbell took over the play calling. So it's going to be really interesting. Amon-Ra, I like him as a flyer guy, but he's not at the top end of my dart throws. I don't hate him. But I'm still not sold on him yet, the way some people are. I think some people are looking at that production last year and thinking, oh, he should just be able to repeat that, and I just don't buy it. So let's see here. Oh, Discord's doing me proud. I already got a tight end, or I'd be taking this man. Don't you guys dare disrespect Cole Kmet by letting him go for $1, is what I'm going to say. Thank you, John. Thank you for understanding where real tight end value is. He should end as a low-end tight end 1, like regardless.
Like points out that Hawkinson was used as a blocker a lot last year, which was frustrating.
But they've also invested more, and that's actually something that like makes sense because they needed to, because they're still in the middle of rebuilding their offensive and defensive lines. But I have a feeling this year they might be able to let him release on more routes, and then we'll see a lot more fun things happen. At least that is my hope. Let's see.
God, on Sleeper would be done by now.
Yeah, we would be. I'm just trying to figure out who I'm going to have to fight for all my guys. Because I don't think it's going to be easy for me. Oh,
Good goodness. All right, let's look at this. Josh is just about done, though. Let's look at his team. Aaron Rodgers, T. Higgins, Mike Williams, DeAndre Swift, James Conner, Zach Ertz, Damian Harris, Tony Pollard, Kareem Hunt, Gabe Davis, Chase Claypool, Adam Thielen, Evan McPherson, and the Baltimore Ravens defense. Ooh, I like, oh my God, Freiermuth for $2. That'll be a steal. Freiermuth showed some, I think we would have been talking up Freiermuth a lot more if Kyle Pitts didn't have such a good rookie season. Yeah, no, I definitely think so. Okay. Well, all right. And since Evan had me muted, I think he was away from his desk, or he would not have let. Oh, what did you see me just get Marquez Valdes-Scantling for $4? Oh, I thought you would try to take him. That's why. You need receivers. Oh. That's true.
All right, I'm unmuted, guys. I was muted because my kids came home. We debated whether or not Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Good thing here. Josh wants to know if we're doing snake drafts today. I don't think we are. My wife's going on a trip tomorrow, and I'm having breakfast with my best friend. I think I need to get that going.
Yeah, and I have actually going to a comedy show tonight, so I am probably going to want to leave at a decent time.
Usually the plan is to always do snake drafts afterwards, but just today we got a little short.
Let us see. Oh, this is making me edgy. I only have one guy left. The one guy I wanted was I wanted Lazard, but once he was going for $9, I was just like, I'll let that money go and hope that I can get my other guy. But I don't think I'm going to, because there's two guys who got more money than me. And let's see. Yeah. I should come up with a backup plan, I think. What is my backup plan going to be? That's not the worst backup plan. Oh, that could be a really fun backup plan if I want to go pure upside. Oh, and it looks like Plasma's gone again. Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat right now, trying to figure out who the hell I'm going to get. Let's see who Josh's last nomination is. This is the guy he wants to end his team with. Put him up for $7, Josh. That's all I ask. Do it right. Don't leave any money on the table. Just get your guy here. And if it's my guy, know that I'm going to bid against you. Who's Josh taking? Who does Josh want? Kadarius Toney. Oh, I like it. He was actually my number 2, but I'm not going to go for this because I still got a chance at my number 1. I was thinking from a pure upside standpoint, Kadarius Toney's a fun guy. Yeah, and it looks like Josh has the first team that's fully filled out. Let's look him over here. We got the Baltimore Ravens defense and Cincinnati Bengals kicker. We got Aaron Rodgers, T. Higgins, Mike Williams, 1-2 wide receiver core, which, by the way, is only $43. That's not a bad core. You got James Conner and DeAndre Swift, your running backs. Damian Harris for $3 is a value play. Oh, hold on one second here while I'm talking. You almost snuck that past me while I was talking, and my thing was over the Andre Hopkins thing, and I would have been really sad if I did not get him.
You mentioned how real life drafts are way easier for you after doing these monstrous experts drafts that we're doing here. Real life drafts are easier for me too because of that, and also because I'm not having to produce a show where I'm constantly flipping screens and pushing buttons.
Yeah, right. No, like there's too many things we're doing, like having to talk about and analyze your draft while it's going on, while paying attention to a bunch of other things, people talking to you. Oh, I almost lost DeAndre Hopkins there, and I would have been so fucking mad. Okay, that worked out pretty well for me here. Let's continue on with not continue on, because that's bad English. Let's continue with analyzing Josh's draft. Aaron Rodgers, T. Higgins, Mike Williams, DeAndre Swift, James Conner, Zach Ertz for $6, solid price. Damian Harris, Tony Pollard, Kareem Hunt, Gabe Davis, Chase Claypool, Adam Thielen, and Kadarius Toney. I like that bench. A lot of upside on there. Baltimore Ravens defense is a defense I like a lot because I think Baltimore's they're going to bounce back very hard this year because anything that could have gone wrong for Baltimore last year did go wrong, and they still almost did. They make the playoffs?
They went 0-4 to miss it by half a game.
Yeah, they just barely missed it, which is kind of impressive considering they were one of the most injured teams in football last year.
Yeah, they went 8-3 with Lamar Jackson and 1-5 with him injured.
Which, but we all know Lamar Jackson's just a football player. He's not a quarterback,
and
according to some dumb
scout. The worst thing that possibly could have happened to him is I moved my fandom over to them, which, as you know, anything I touch in my life breaks. So, yeah, that was me.
That's true. So the next team that's filled up is mine. Evan, I'm curious what you think of how I did this here. We got Lamar Jackson, Allen Robinson, Rashad Bateman, Breece Hall, Ramondre Stevenson, Dalton Schultz, Travis Etienne, J.K. Dobbins, Terry McLaurin, James Cook, Michael Carter, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Tucker, and Buffalo's defense.
I think it's great. I would have liked an upgrade in one of your two running backs. Probably Ramondre.
I think so too.
But
I definitely waited a little bit. But at the same time, as much as I would have liked to have upgraded some of those running backs, I would not be nervous going in there. Between
the 5 guys you got, Michael Carter aside, any of those could break out.
I think you're underselling Michael Carter personally, but I know I'm the only one that's still on that bandwagon. I get it, but I think
running backs, is that intentional?
Yeah. Well, I like getting Michael Carter, but if I have Breece Hall, I also don't mind having Michael Carter because I think he's a handcuff, but I think he's also going to have third down reception value. So I think he checks a couple boxes for that. I don't like straight up handcuffs just hoping a guy gets hurt, but if you got a handcuff who also does work on third downs, who's shown that they can play football, get him. That it only adds value and it makes. And if Breece Hall goes down, Michael Carter is instantly stepping into that role, and I'm feeling good about it. Etienne's a guy I like. Dobbins is a guy I like. I think Ramondre Stevenson's going to be the number 1 in New England. So I feel like I have 4 guys who are going to be the starting running backs and might very likely be focal points of their offense. So I'm more than happy with having sacrificed that, especially considering I got Lamar Jackson, who is my top I only make Josh Allen the top quarterback because it's hard to argue against 2 seasons in a row as a QB1, but I think Lamar Jackson's going to be right up there with him. So I'm happy to get that. I also got him for under $20. Dalton Schultz for under $10. I feel really good about with all the vacated targets in Dallas. I mean, in my receiving core, Allen Robinson, Rashad Bateman, Terry McLaurin, I feel like I'm really solid with starters. And DeAndre Hopkins, when he comes back, is a legit wide receiver 1. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, I think, is going to emerge in Kansas City. So, I mean, this is a team. If I build this in a regular draft, I'm happy. I feel like I'm winning a championship.
If Yahoo really wanted me to do Yahoo Plus, they instead of giving me advice that they're withholding for no real reason, they should just give us like a pass button and more custom settings. I would pay. I'd probably use our company account, but I'd pay for that.
Yeah, no, I would too. Let's see. Who's got the next most? Let's look at John. 13 to 15 guys here. He's got Tom Brady, Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette, Cole Kmet for $2. Good man. Deontay Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Drake London, Traylon Burks. I like those guys for bench wide receivers. I think one of them should show this year, and very likely both of them, because I don't. Outside of Kyle Pitts, who are they going to throw to in Atlanta? I don't know. Traylon Burks is the guy there, too. You got Nick Folk in the Cowboys defense. It's a strong, balanced team. Let's see who else we got here. We Are Plasma's kind of been drafting, kind of hasn't, so we'll give him a quick look. We got Dak Prescott for $1, which is criminal. Never should happen. Tyreek Hill for 32. Darnell Mooney for 18. You got Cam Akers, which I've already said I hate. Antonio Gibson, TJ Hawkinson, Jalen Waddle, Debo Samuel, Juju Smith-Schuster, Cordero Patterson, Dallas Goedert, and Tua Tagovailoa is a backup quarterback for another $1. You know what? You had money to spend. Why not? Dan Carlson in the Colts defense. I mean, he's balanced it out, but he's balanced it out with players I'm not as high on. So it's hard for me to give it too high a grade.
Not enough running back depth. I wish I mean no running back depth.
That is a concern, especially when you got Cam Akers coming off.
Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson, Cordell Patterson, those guys aren't going to sell out if they help.
Yeah, you can't. No, yeah, that's going to be hard to survive. Let's see. Joshua Chuboff is finally getting some players on his roster. Brandon Ayuk for $3. I like that. Interesting, because Ayuk, he's a guy that we thought was going to break out, and I could see it happening this year. Jalen Hurts, Tyler Lockett, Brandon Ayuk, Ezekiel Elliott, David Montgomery, Travis Kelce, Austin Eckler, Derek Carr, Michael Gallup, DJ Chark, Matt Prater, and Tampa Bay Bucks defense. He's good at running. Yeah, I would want a little bit more running back, wide receiver depth, but that's what the next few rounds are going to be for you, I'm sure. Let's see. Let's look at Fatty McFats. Got Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Elijah Moore, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams. Oh, Pat Freiermuth for $2. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kirk Cousins, Hunter Renfrow, Devontae Smith. Okay, I can dig it. My concern with Devontae Smith is just Jalen Hurts. Devontae Smith is a legit talent. He should be able to produce, but I kind of wonder with Goddard and with and AJ Brown over there what his target share is going to really look like this year. But at the same time, they could be leaving Goddard in on more run play, so Smith could be like one of the steals of this year's draft. Like I just don't believe in the Eagles, so I'm not betting on it. But I see the scenario where Devontae Smith is a guy who everyone kind of just ignores, and we all are like, why did we ignore him? He was drafted in the first round last year. We knew he was talented enough to get drafted top 10, and yet we just ignored him. But we ignored him because Jalen Hurts doesn't know how to throw the football. So it also kind of makes sense that way. Let's see. Who did John just get? Oh, he just got Darrell Henderson added for another $2. So he's got $1 left to get going. Let's see. Oh, we're so close. Guys, just nominate people Fatty wants so he can outbid you and we can get this thing going. Why is there no pass button? Okay. I hope that wasn't muted. Oh, that's unfortunate. I wish you guys could hear what I hear sometimes. It's just fun.
Bye, Josh. Thanks for playing. Love having you.
Hey, Josh. Nice. Those were good last options. Tony and Hopkins were two of my last options too. You did, Josh. You had a good draft. Oh, what a good last nomination. If I didn't get Michael Carter, that was going to be my next guy. I like me Gus Edwards. I also wouldn't have minded having Gus Edwards with J.K. Dobbins, because why not have a couple of, upside guys? And in case you guys didn't know this already, Joshua Chuboff is from Chicago. Yeah. In case you're wondering about that last nomination, yeah, that's the nomination of a guy who understands that the Bears' running game is going to be pretty good this year. You know, yeah, that's such a stupid thing. But also, like, you probably should focus on getting receivers. Like, you already have, like, yeah, with your running backs, especially, you got Walker and Dameon Pierce. You don't need more running backs. No, you legitimately need wide receivers. You have 3 of them. Oh. That's adorable that you think that. I'm not used to having all my money spent this early. That's one of the advantages of saving up late. Oh, you know what, though? I'm regretting not going, like, if I had gotten David Montgomery, I wouldn't have gotten Etienne, and then I probably would have gone in a different direction a little bit. Like, I probably would have had a little bit more upside elsewhere. Maybe I even get Kyle Pitts. Who knows? Yeah, and that's the other thing, too, about, like, the more money you have, like, later, the more you can pay for people, and it's okay. Because if you saw it before, Zachy mentioned he knew that I would keep bidding on Travis Etienne, and let's be honest, he was right. I was going to keep bidding on it. The reason I was is because, like, there were only a few guys I really liked left, and I had so much money. There's no point in saving money when, like, some of my favorite guys remaining left. Like, I'll have more money for other guys that I like less, but it would have been stupid for me not to get Etienne. So Zachy was smart and, like, from his strategy standpoint and making sure my money went down. But also, from my point, I can't take it with me. Like, I spent my money perfectly, actually, because I got it to the point where I was going to get my bench guys that I wanted. I gave up a couple guys here or there to, like, make sure I maximize my value on my bench. And that extra $10 didn't hurt me because I had the savings elsewhere.
You give you 2 extra minutes for loading. I agree with that analysis, Wally.
Yeah, because, like, Lamar Jackson for under 20, had savings there. Let's see. I think getting Dalton Schultz for under 10 was also a little bit of savings. I was going to find savings down the line, but Terry McLaurin and J.K. Dobbins for 15 and 12. That was so cheap. It was so cheap. And once all the money's gone, I know I'm going to find those values on the guys I want. So, in a way, you have to anticipate where you're going to find savings later, and be willing to overspend when you have all that money, comparatively speaking, to the rest of your draft. It's something to be aware of, because it's how you come up with teams that you like and really balanced teams. I guarantee you Yahoo's going to give me a grade of C+ or lower, because I don't really have top-end guys at running back or wide receiver, according to their metrics. Having said that...
Go for it, sorry.
No, having said that, I don't really give a shit about their projections. I care about mine. I think Breece Hall is a guy, he's like, the Jets offense goes through the running back. Michael Carter did a lot for people last year in the second half of the year. Like, he had so many good games. What did Michael Carter actually finish last year in fantasy? I'm kind of curious about that. I'm going to look this up real quick to help make my points.
A tweet has been placed in our general chat Discord. 9 a.m. tomorrow, they're expected to have the Deshaun Watson ruling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Good to know, because I've got plans.
So Michael Carter was definitely not top 25 last year, but I feel like he wasn't that far off. Let's see. But I'm basing this off of, So, yeah, he was the RB 29 last year, and he wasn't getting looks in the first half of the season. What was his game log? Okay, I got to get better at looking at this stuff. Probably help if I had like a nice little setup that wasn't just my like laptop and going through different tabs.
Oh, Waleed. Oh, I got
What?
some bookkeeping. I got some bookkeeping. I meant to note this. Am I off? I'm muted. No, I'm not muted. Good. Oh, I did a little search in. Did a little search in the Discords yesterday.
Okay.
I will call this up. Where is it? Oh, I have it. Oops, hold on. I got to nominate a guy here for 2, so everyone goes along. But I got something here. All right, hold on.
Okay. All right, let's look at this here.
January 5th, 2022, in the 2022 playoff challenge channel, Waleed Ismail posted, "Since I won the Jersey League, I have a brand new custom NFL jersey coming my way. And since I also won the FA Experts League, I'm feeling pretty cocky."
Oh, I remember saying that. I did win it.
Yes.
I did win the Experts League last year. Okay. I guess I just assume I'm not going to beat you guys, and I just forgot about it.
That means for the last 3 years, a Football Absurdity co-founder has won it, of which I am one of them. I've never won it.
Yeah.
You and Jeff.
Okay. Oh, shit. Well, yeah. So when Yahoo gives me a C+ grade, you guys know they're full of shit because I beat the experts. All right? Hardcore fantasy nerds who studied. Oh, my God. My team is so fucking good. Let's look at some of these other Finnish teams here. John's done here. Daryl Anderson, he finished up with Gus Edwards. Yeah, I like what John did in some of this. Let's see.
Fatty, start nominating dudes for $2. Come on.
Yeah, right? Do it for $2. That's a good point.
But that's okay. We'll never have a 2.5 hour draft again, thanks to Sleeper.
Yeah.
Should be out in just over an hour.
All right. Josh Chuboff is finally done. He his last picks: Khalil Herbert, Devontae Parker, Nyheim Hines. I'll tell you what. Like I appreciate that Josh has that fantasy football knowledge because Nyheim Hines is a guy everyone likes in fantasy football. Like if you study fantasy football, you're like, yeah, that's a back end of the bench guy that's gonna get me some production. Khalil Herbert is a guy that I'm very high on. Dynasty guys are constantly trying to trade for my Khalil Herbert, which lets you know people like him long term from a prognosticator. Devontae Parker, not so much. I'm not feeling. I'll be honest. Devontae Parker, the big problem with him is, what was the stat? Someone was saying like his separation was like 200 of 200 in like the last 2 years. I can't remember the exact stat, but
it was
man,
like 232nd for separation.
Yeah, like no one separates worse in the NFL than Devontae Parker. So I want no shares of that. Like the only wide receiver worth a damn, I think, in New England is Jacoby Myers.
I guess I'll take this guy.
Which guy did you take?
Kenny Golladay. I wanted Sky Moore, but somebody outbid me.
Yeah. I think who outbid you was probably Fatty McFats.
No, it was actually MK.
First. Oh, was it MK?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he went in there for $3 to Sky Moore. Sky Moore apparently looking really good in camp. They're saying, like, the way he separates in camp is, like, outstanding, which meshes with what I saw of his tape. My concern has always been his size. I feel like I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle the NFL, but his agility, his like movements, I'm wondering if Sky Moore is the guy that we should be like looking at a little bit harder, at least in the second half of drafts, because he's going to be such a dangerous guy in the slot. But he also like he runs good routes. Like he knows how to separate. he knows how to create separation, and his feet are as fast as anyone I've seen. So I'm honestly going to be honest and be like, you know what? I'm a little annoyed the Bears maybe didn't draft him when they could have. But apparently the safety they got in the second round looks so good, it's not going to matter. Oh, let's see here. So let's go through some of these teams here. Let's go through N. Matt Ryan, DK Metcalf, Cortland Sutton, Najee Harris, Jonathan Taylor, Tyler Higbee, A.J. Dillon, Chris Godwin, Alexander Madison, Robert Woods, Marlon Mack, James Robinson, Jameis Winston, Matt Gay, and the Pittsburgh defense. So my question is, how does this affect Marlon Mack? That is a very deep fantasy football joke for those of you guys.
How does this affect Marlon Mack?
Yeah, how does and drafting Marlon Mack affect Marlon Mack? Doesn't hurt him, that's for sure. Like, Marlon Mack could end up starting as the lead back over there in Houston. The problem is, man, Houston's offense. Like, that team, basically, if Najee and Jonathan Taylor do what is expected of them, he's going to be fine. But if one of them gets hurt, he's going to be hurting, and he's going to have to play the waiver wire to really, like, keep up. We got Fatty McFats. He's got, you're my man here. I appreciate you respecting Rondell.
Yeah, there's the only guy on here. I'm like
Justin Jefferson, Elijah Moore, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams, Pat Freiermuth, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kirk Cousins, Hunter Renfrow, Devontae Smith, Dante Foreman, Brian Robinson Jr., Rashid White, Younghoe Koo, and the Los Angeles Rams defense. Oh, is that Rams? Yeah, that's the Rams. That's a solid team. I like what Fatty did with his team a lot, especially that Joe Burrow for $5, Pat Freiermuth for $2. It really balances out that core of Justin Jefferson, Saquon, and Javonte. That might, I mean, right now, Fatty, yeah, I'm on Ross St. Brown at the flex. He might have my favorite team, like after my own, of course, which I love. Let's look at the Evans team. We got Justin Herbert, Marquise Brown, Russell Gage, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, Chase Edmonds, Kenneth Walker, Dameon Pierce, Tyler Boyd, Kenny Golladay, Rondell Moore, Harrison Butker, and the Packers defense. I can't fault that team at all. I think you're a little thin at wide receiver, but man, is your running back core. Your running back core is sick. We already went over Josh's team, and he left, so I'm going to go on to John. Although I just did John's team too, which, God, I like John's team a lot too. I can't give him a top grade though, even though I like that you took Cole Kmet, because 39 for Fournette, I'm not feeling it. Joshua Chuboff in his first draft had Jalen Hurts, Tyler Lockett, Brandon Ayuk, Ezekiel Elliott, David Montgomery, Travis Kelce, Austin Eckler, Derek Carr, Michael Gallup, DJ Chark, Nyheim Hines, Khalil Herbert, Devontae Parker, Matt Prater, and the Bucs defense. And you can kind of tell his family league when we do our waiver wire show. We always go over the team he has with his dad. It's standard, 0 PPR. And I feel like this team was built as a 0 PPR team, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
It's a strong team, but man, his wide receivers are going to be hurting. If Ayuk breaks out, and he plays the waiver wire well, though, his core running hurts. He should be more than fine. Let's see. Even in a PPR league, MK's got Kyler Murray, Devontae Adams, Christian Kirk, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Irv Smith Jr., Eli Mitchell, Michael Thomas, Jerry Jeudy, Sky Moore, Garrett Wilson, Tyler Algier, Jacoby Myers, Ryan Suckup, and the Chargers defense. I feel like there's a lot of risk in your running back core. Your wide receiver, too, is definitely hurting. Eli Mitchell also is still recovering from, that knee injury, if I'm remembering right. Didn't he have surgery on his knee in the offseason to clean some stuff up? That makes me a little nervous between that, Kamara maybe missing games, Dalvin Cook almost assuredly missing games. Wide receiver-wise, though, you got some value with Jerry Jeudy at 13, Thomas at 7, Sky Moore at 3, Devontae Adams. The thing is, I wonder if Devontae Adams is going to be as good as he has been without Aaron Rodgers force-feeding him the ball. I don't like Devontae Adams at his price, which is not to say I don't like Devontae Adams. Christian Kirk, just by virtue of what he's getting paid, should, for $5 investment, he should be the wide receiver 1 in Jacksonville. I mean, he's getting paid like he's going to be, but that doesn't mean he will be. overall, though, like, solid team. Like, Irv Smith Jr., I'm not really high on. Kyler Murray's a great get at under $10. There's a lot of risk in that team, is what I have to say about MK's team. We Are Plasma's got Dak Prescott for $1. That's a fucking steal. Tyreek Hill, Darnell Mooney, Cam Akers, I've already said it. Antonio Gibson, TJ Hawkinson, Jalen Waddle, Deebo Samuel, Juju Smith-Schuster, Cordero Patterson, Dallas Goedert, Tua Tagovailoa. 2 defenses. I'm not even evaluating this. 3 running backs and a lot of auto drafts. There's no point in evaluating this. Zach, like, he kind of went on auto draft after, like, his team was filled up. But even looking at this team, I can't. It's an auto draft team.
Yeah.
You can already see it. It's not worth
they're
talking
predicted
about.
to be dead last by far by Yahoo.
They should be.
Yeah,
and then we got Matt, the non-Discord guy, Stafford for $2. Adam Lazard for $8. Part of me wanted to fight him more for it because I wanted Lazard. I like him a little bit more than I like Hopkins, and more than I like MVS, because who was Aaron Rodgers throwing the football to? Christian Watson, I don't think is going to show until at least the second half of the season, and very likely he needs like a year. He was coming out rough. Allen Lazard is going to be the guy. Keenan Allen for $29 is a really good price. Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones for a combined $101 is incredible value at running back. You got Mark Andrews at $30. Your bench kind of falls off from here, though. Like Melvin Gordon for $7, I like, but Dawson Knox for $6. It's a waste of funds. You already put your money in Mark Andrews. You don't need a second. Anyway, $7 for Russell Wilson when you already got Matt Stafford for $2. You could have put that money to fill up your bench a little bit better, because J.D. McKissick, I'm not sure I buy. Ronald Jones for $1, that's fine. Tim Patrick, actually, I do like him a lot for $2. KJ Osborne's interesting, actually. I wonder if he's going to show this year a little bit. He showed some flashes last year, and I feel like the Adam Thielen has to fade out eventually, and KJ Osborne's going to be the guy who fills in. You know what? This isn't a bad team. Gold and the Saints defense, those are solid picks. The second tight end and the second quarterback are unnecessary to me. I don't like those moves. And then finally, we got me, Lamar Jackson, Allen Robinson, Rashad Bateman, Breece Hall, Ramondre Stevenson, Dalton Schultz, Travis Etienne, J.K. Dobbins, Terry McLaurin, James Cook, Michael Carter, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Tucker, and the Buffalo Bills defense. I am very much not a top-heavy team, but I'm like a team that was all drafting from the 3rd through the 6th round, and I just picked that one from there, which is this year I'm more than happy to do. I like the middle rounds this year.
Fabulous.
What are your thoughts?
I think you wrapped it up. I think your team's strong. I think we're all good, strong teams. We're all good, strong players, except for the bots. It put John by far and ahead as the number 1 team.
Oh, I'm the 10th team? It made me the 10th team, which I told you it would rank me low because they're trash. They're garbage. I didn't even get a C+. I got a C.
This will be the last fun purposes rankings anyway, because we'll be doing sleeper.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, what did you think was the best draft?
This one I didn't have a standout. I thought I saw stuff I liked about everybody's.
Yeah, I don't think there was a standout. I think there were a lot of good drafts. I think there were a lot of flaws you could find in some places, but for the most part, I like what was done.
Yeah. All right, we normally do snake drafts here, but we're going to wrap it up just a little early this week. Thanks everyone for participating. Next week it won't be 2.5 hours long with this draft. We'll get it all tightened up. Wally, do you have anything you want to add?
Just to say, we're going to be doing Twitch streams on the weekend throughout the rest of the fantasy football preseason. We might also have a couple of other shows. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to our Twitch stream, participate in our Patreon. Well, anything you can do to help us keep providing the content we're providing.
Tune in for our first Thursday night farce ball of the year on Thursday.
Oh, that's a good one too.
6th, where we send up the games. We got Eric,
if you
Wally, Tony, and me producing.
basically, if you like the way I look at Farsball, it's just Mystery Science Theater 3000 for football. Where if you're going to watch a preseason game, you don't want to listen to the announcers and their dumb storylines. We know what we're talking about with fantasy from a fantasy football point of view, and frankly, we're just going to make fun of the dumb stuff that happens. We're going to have fun. It's going to be a blast. Try to join us.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. We're going to raid this random person playing Madden. Hopefully, he's not a horrible person. We'll find out. Stick around if you want to watch somebody play Madden. Let's see here. Okay, and Wally, let's see. We're off the air. Wally, can you stick around for 1 minute? I'm going to share my screen in Skype and show you how to archive Twitch into YouTube.
Let me try to.
How do
I can stick around for 1 minute.
Yeah,
Although I don't see you.
yeah. How do I share my screen here?
Lower right-hand
There's
corner,
the
does it
thank
share
you.
screen?
Thank you. All right, is it there
I don't see anything.
on Skype?
No.
Let me try again.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to turn my video on.
Maybe. Yeah, you probably do.
How about now?
Well, I don't see your video on, and I don't see anything on the screen. So, did you turn your camera on?
Says it's on, but I also don't see my camera on either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try one more time. Now that switch screen or window.
Yeah.
No. Oh well.
Why don't we try this? Let's try this with Farsball.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got a show to go to. So.
Yeah, it's fine. It's.
All right.
I'm gonna do it right now anyway, so we don't need it. All right. Bye.
All right. Later.
Good job. Good job.